All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. And before we actually start to the event, we have a very special performance from our special guest. All right. So before further ado, let's welcome Nanda Aziz. Nanda Aziz, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, MC. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nanda Aziz. And before we start the MUN simulation, let me sing a several song for you all. And the first song that I'm gonna do is a songs from Day 6, and it's called Congratulations. I don't even know how I can talk to you now. It's not you to you who talks to me anymore. And sure I know that sometimes it gets hard, but even with all my love, what we had, you just gave it up. Thought we were meant to be. I thought that you belonged to me. Congratulations, glad you're doing great. Congratulations, how are you okay? How could it be so fine? Can see it in your eyes. The same look that you give me that kills me inside. Oh, I don't even need to ask, yeah. I know you do them well, yeah. I can see that smile and can tell that you did more than move on. I hate that you can't be. I hope that you can sleep, just knowing that I could be with somebody new, that I'd be just like you. So hey, there's a couple things I should say to you. I promise I'll be good if I could. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. I can't be happy for you now. And hey, that's great. Must be nice to not feel anything, cause I'm feeling the same way. Okay, I don't give up. Congratulations, glad you're doing great. Congratulations, how are you okay? How could it be so fine? Can see it in your eyes. The same look that you gave me that kills me inside. Oh, I don't even need to ask, yeah. I know you do them well, yeah. I can see that smile and can tell that you did more than move on. I hate that you can't be. I hope that you can sleep, just knowing that I could be with somebody new, then I'd be just like, yeah. Really, wow girl, congratulations. Couldn't wait 2 months, so impatient. No answer in the pages, there's no one puts on his faces, but I'm singing this with basics so I can give my best wishes, cause I am over you. Do what we do, no problem, say how do you do? Oh, I've been good, my days have been so good to me, thankfully. All you used to be missing me, my last memory truthfully, but that's about it, yeah. Congratulations, so you win again. Congratulations, you just took away our memories so far. They're gone just like you are. Now all I have is me, and it's getting too hard. Oh, show you on your face, yeah. I know you do them well, yeah. I heard you laugh and you knew what you did more than move on. I hate that you're happy. I hate that I can't sleep. Keep it in mind. And all I've got is the stain on my blue jeans. The only way I could remember that you were once mine. Ooh. Your voice were lullaby. I would be listening till I was sleeping, but our situation, it breaks our relation. Why did we end? Ooh, sometimes I wish that I could still call you mine, still call you mine. And all I've got is the stain on my blue jeans. The only way I could remember that you were once mine. Okay, that's all from me in this session. And thank you very much. Right now, back to MC. See you in next session. Bye bye.
What a wonderful voice from Mr. Aziz. Thank you so much, Mr. Aziz, for the excellent performance. All right. So let's just start to the event. Hello everyone, good afternoon and welcome to Global Millennial MUN Simulation. We are very delighted to see all of you here today and I hope you are all in a good mood and are having a very great day and ready to gain a lot of experience with us in this evening. I would like to encourage every delegate to join us and raise their voices, um, looking at past differences. We aspire to see everyone today practicing their ability to listen and understand the standpoints that come from different backgrounds, as well as the critical ability to communicate with each others. And we will discussing about protection of women against sexual harassment in UN Women Council. All right, first of all, I would like to express my gratitude for everyone, as through your participation, this event was made possible. This MUN simulation was held with the purpose to gain new experience in MUN, especially for the one that never got the chance to join MUN conference before. And we hope with this event, we can encourage you to push your limit and open up for new opportunity. And before going further, let me introduce you myself first. My name is Viola Tanya Dewi. You can simply call me Vio, and I am here today as the Master of Ceremony and the moderator for this event. All right, before we begin, I'm sure that a lot of you have a lot of questions regarding the organizer of this event. And we would like to give you a chance to get to know about the Global Millennial Group, or we usually call it GMG. Let me introduce you to GMG. GMG is a self-developmental platform that strives for quality education and youth empowerment globally through various educational programs. And we have worked with several international bodies as well as universities, as you can see on the screen. And also we have reached over 300 partners so far. And also we have over 15 programs which have reached over 200,000 youths in over 35 countries. One of our programs is called Global Millennial Model United Nations, or we actually call it GM. It comprises two main branches, which are the MUN Conference and also the MUN School. And in the MUN Conference, we have 6 council, which consists of UN Women, UNICEF, UNDP, ECOSOC, UNWTO, and UNESCO. Okay, to give you a short overview of how GMN, we also provide several testimonies from our delegates, and it's from Gifari Muhammad. And then for further testimonies about GMN, you can also head to our Instagram at Global Millennial MUN. Also, I would like to introduce you to the siblings of GMMUN. First, we have Wonder Voice. It's perfect for those of you who want to hone your skills in public speaking. Also, we have Indonesian SDG Summit. It's perfect for you who want to learn about presentation, also about SDG topics and essay. And then we have also Be Global and Global Millennial Scholarship. And also, this is the membership plan that you can get, which consists of bronze, silver, and gold, and also its price. And this is a very great deal, so you don't want to miss this chance. So make sure to check it out after this webinar ends. And of course, I will not forget about the Global Millennial Store, which is selling our official merchandise. So it's also a very great deal. So don't forget to check it out after this webinar ends. And I would like to announce also a very special announcement. This is for those of you who want to get a special discount, you can register on join.gmillennial.com and use our reference code to get a special discount. You can use the code webinar strip GMG to get a special discount from us. And lastly, I would love to give the second special announcement that we are giving away 50 tickets or 50 seats for GMME and Conference 11. So for those of you who wants to get free seats on GMME and 11 conference, it's very easy. You can just capture your activities in this event and upload it in your social media, in your Instagram, and don't forget to tag our Instagram. All right, and before we start, before we start our event, I would love to hear I would love to hear the speech from our Director of Pre-Event Management. It's Miss Haura Alia Amani. Miss Alia, the time is yours.
Hi everyone, my name is Hauralia Mani, and I guess you have seen me a lot in a lot of webinars, so I'm not gonna talk a lot. But first of all, thank you so much for joining this MUN simulation. I believe that you wanted to learn about MUN, and yeah, I'm really thankful for that. I can see in a lot in YouTube we have a lot of participants and everyone are talking. So maybe I want to do a mood check first. Um, Please type the what emojis that make me that you feel today. So if you feel happy, please type maybe smiley emoji, or maybe if you're hungry you can just type anything, or maybe if you feel so hyped you can just send fire, and I will do same in the Zoom chat as well. So guys, I'm waiting for your emojis, so please send me one, and I'm gonna send one as well. I'm gonna send this like, oh my god, I feel so cool today. Okay, I can see peace, smiles with stars, straight face. Oh no, lovely, diva, smiles. Oh my god, I can see you, guys. Oh my god, someone sends like sick emoji. I hope you're fine nowadays. Oh my God, someone's feeling not really great. Are you okay? I hope you guys are fine, yeah, even though I know this time is hard. But yeah, okay, cool. Thank you so much, guys, for the reaction. I guess that's all for me. And thank you so much. I know you guys feel happy. And if you're not, but please feel happy because we're going to have a lot of excitement here. Thank you so much. And please enjoy the MUN 101 and MUN simulation. Thank you. Back to you, Vio.
Thank you, Miss Alia, for the magnificent speech. And before we continue to the main session, I would like to remind everyone that the feedback form will be shared at the end of the session, and it will be closed at 7 p.m. GMT plus 7 sharp. So make sure to fill it right after the webinar ends. All right, we will move forward to our next agenda, which is the MUN 101. This session will be led by Mr. Muhammad Farhan. And in the end of the session, I will allocate some time for the speaker to answer some questions from the delegates. So make sure to pay attention to the discussion. And without further ado, let's welcome Mr. Farhan. Mr. Farhan, the time is yours.
All right, thank you very much, Leo. And hello, everyone. So let me introduce myself. So my name is Farhan, and I will be the one who's actually conducting the introductions on the MUN, or you usually call it MUN 101. But before that, could the committee add me as the co-host so that I could share my screen? All right, thank you very much. So yeah, without further ado, hello everyone. So once again, I would like to provide you with an introduction upon MUN 101, or to be honest, the introduction towards the Model United Nation itself. So without further ado, let's proceed towards the first slide first. So what is actually Model United Nations? So how would I like to actually explain it, or even define it for you guys, is actually a simulation of the UN Committee processing or proceeding itself. The body that can be simulated in MUN is actually usually any organ that existed and linked with the United Nations system. For example, FAO, or even UN, the WTO, or maybe itself is with the UNESCO itself. So basically, Model United Nations is the place where you are going to be simulating a meeting of United Nations body in itself, in which you are going to be representing countries inside those occasions. This opportunity of representing a country itself is not only just representing in a name, but you also representing what is actually the goals of these countries inside the council and what is actually the purpose. Therefore, you are actually needing to conduct a little research in regards to the census or even understanding upon the country itself. And then moving forward towards the next one, I would like to provide you with the key definitions about what is actually something that existing inside the MUN. First, it will be in the council or the committee itself. So basically, inside the council or committee, basically is a United Nations body or international organizations as a place to simulate the conference. For example, UNHRC, UN Women, or even UNSC. Each of these particular body in itself or this council itself is actually having their own mandates in terms of addressing how something addressing a certain problems. For example, when we are addressing about international labor organizations, it will be much more addressing about the rights of those labor or the rights for those workers in itself. while we are addressing about UN women, we will be addressing about those particular women rights or women gender equality in itself as the core discussion inside the council. So this is actually what does it mean by having a different committee or representing a country inside a different council. And then the second definition that I would like to provide is actually a study guide. So a study guide here is actually a guide that for you to actually conducting your research and also preparing in regards of what is actually the things that you are going to be discussing inside the conference in regards to the topics itself or in resolutions that is trying to be resolved or trying to be proposed or trying to be made inside the council or to be discussed inside the council. Moving forward, I will be addressing about position paper. So regarding the position paper itself, it's basically a document in which it's stating regarding your country's stances in regards to the topics that is going to be discussed inside the conference. For example, in regards to women's rights or maybe those kind of women maternal leave, it will be the things or something that is stated or a paper that is basically concluding what is actually the stances of the countries that you are trying to represent at the current moment. For example, if you are representing the United States of America in regards to refugees, what is actually the stances of United States of America in regards to these particular refugees through the national policies or even in regards to the international actions that have been conducted by United States of America? What is actually the things that is becoming the background for United States of America in conducting a certain actions? And then looking forward to the next one, we'll be addressing about draft resolution itself. So regarding draft resolutions, it's basically resolutions or the goal, the end goals of the discussion that is actually happening inside the conference. So basically, it is the place where you guys are, where every single resolutions that is going to be proposed by many delegates and stuff going to be written inside. This particular resolutions or this particular document is actually having that having those kind of discussions, or you could say a committee session itself to actually achieve such a good and comprehensive draft resolutions, which able to actually tackle the issues that is being the contentions at the current moment or even inside the council in itself. And then moving forward, I would like to provide with definitions and the common terms inside the council itself. So there is three kind of common terms, which is actually chairs and also delegates, and lastly, what is actually a placards. So in regards to chair itself, is basically a person that is having the responsibility to moderate and also assess the delegates' performance during the conference in itself. What is actually how good does the delegate is actually representing their countries in regards whether they are actually following the proper stances in itself, or whether they are actually already recognizing what is actually the main problems and how they are actually trying to approach the problem itself is actually become the part of the responsibility of the chair to decide whether those particular individuals have been conducting greatly in regards to the representations itself. Other than that, those chair itself is also having the responsibility to moderate. What does it mean with moderate itself is basically guiding or become the one who is actually leading how the council is going to be proceeding upon. And then the second one will be addressing about delegates. So basically delegates, as I mentioned before, is those individuals who is actually representing a certain countries inside this Model United Nations conference. And then lastly, it's actually a placard. A placard itself is like a name tag, or you could say a paper that is mentioning your names and also your country's flag stuff that you usually raise when you are willing to actually speak or inside a moderated caucus, or maybe for proposing a certain thing or maybe to conduct a certain voting. That is actually placard. But in an online settings, we are actually using a raise hand features that is pretty common inside the Zoom feature itself that is provided by the Zoom. And then moving forward, I would like to describe regarding how does or how usually MUN is actually going to be proceeding. So basically, the general outline it could be separated into five, which is actually proceeding with a roll call, started with a debate, with general speaker list, followed with a debate. That inside the debate itself, there is a type of motions, for example, moderated caucus, unmoderated caucus, COTW itself, and then lastly is going to be a voting procedures. Now let's proceed towards the first one. Let's address about roll call. What is actually roll call? Roll call is actually the moment where the chairs is actually takes the attendance or taking charge or checking the attendance of each of every single delegates that existing inside the council, whether they are actually present or not, whether they are actually present and voting, or maybe they are actually absent inside the council. It's actually being proceeded as the earliest part of the conference itself. So in regards to the roll call itself, there is two options for those particular individuals. First of all, those delegates that is actually attending the conference. First of all, it is actually present, in which it means that those particular delegates is actually capable to remain abstain in regards to a substantive voting, or you could say substantive voting is pretty much a voting that is not addressing about the procedural, like voting upon emotions like a moderated caucus or unmoderated caucus, but more likely upon a draft resolution or maybe an amendment. While present and voting means that the options for the delegates is only two. One is actually yes, and the other one is actually no, which means there is no options for this delegate that state that they are present and voting to abstain upon a certain substantial vote. And then moving forward towards the next procedure will be general speaker list. After the roll call conducted, the chairs will open the general speaker list itself. Of course, it's followed by the motions first to open the debate. So regarding this general speaker list, inside this general speaker list, basically individuals or those delegates actually speaking about the general things first, about what is actually the things that they are trying to achieve for the earliest, since it's actually commonly in the early moderated and early committee sessions, they are using it as what is actually their goals, what is actually the good problem in their perspective, and what is actually the things that they want to attain inside it. And then other than that, this general speaker list is also often will be conducted at other early phase of another committee sessions. For example, committee session in the second committee sessions will be also started with another GSL in which you could use it for reaffirming what is actually your stances, and maybe you could also use it as a general place for you to propose your particular solutions and how you want to redirect the debates itself. The general speaker list regularly is actually 90 seconds, except there is a motions for us to actually moderate, change the times for such general speaker list to be 2 minutes or maybe less than 90 seconds, which is actually a minute. Other than that, in regards to general speaker list, basically those 90 seconds, if we are talking about the regular conditions where there is no motions to actually propose an amendments, this individual, if by any chances or these delegates is actually having some time to spare, is actually having options to yield their time. For example, towards other delegates, to the chair, in which those time will be dissipated right away, or towards the EOI, or a moment where those delegates could accept some questions to be answered by the other delegates. And then moving forward towards the next one, there is a little tips in regard to general speaker list in regards to what to do and what to not to do. So the first one is actually tell their consistencies briefly, followed with tell the background issues briefly, and lastly will be telling about your solution. So that's the three general things that oftenly being addressed by delegates inside the GSL. Well, the things to not do inside the GSL in itself, try to not be repetitive. But I mean with repetitive, try to add another points in regards to other delegates' perspective, maybe, or maybe try to add another value inside it. And secondly, please do not speak too long, because if you are speaking too long, of course, the chair will be cutting you off during your speech. And lastly, we don't address things too specific, recognizing inside the general speaker list, it is not a proper place for you to actually addressing it, something in a very specific way, recognizing there will be emotions for you to actually propose such moderated caucus to address specific things. Moving forward towards the next one, it's actually moderated caucus. So first and foremost, let me explain to you that this moderated caucus is called as a motion. So it's actually something that is being proposed by the delegates in regards to what is actually in the main discussions that they want to proceed upon, or what is actually in the discussion that they want to be conducted inside the council itself. It's actually a motion. It's called something that is called as motion, and the most common ways for you to proceed with this discussion is actually through moderated caucus. Inside this moderated caucus, basically how you are actually proposing it by providing the chair with what is actually the topic that you would like to propose, followed with the total time and also in the speaker time. For example, when we are inside UN Women Council addressing about maternal leave, we will be proposing about the current implementations of maternal leave. It will be in a subtopic, followed with the total time, for example, 10 minutes, with each speaker time only 1 minute. That means there will be 10 speakers inside this particular moderated caucus. That is how a moderated caucus is going to be proposed, and what is actually the components of a moderated caucus. And then for this particular motions, as mentioned before, for this particular procedural motions to be passed, basically we need 50% votes plus one, in which it's actually the minimal requirements or the simple majorities rulings in regards to motions. And then moving forward, in regards to moderated caucus, basically, this is as I mentioned before on how you are actually proposing a moderated caucus motions. And then here, a little tips and tricks in regards to moderated caucus. What to do is that make sure that your motion is simple, but also direct on what is actually the things that you want to discuss. And secondly, make sure that your particular motions is actually easy to be understand, which means every single individuals or every single delegates could know what is actually the things that you want to discuss inside this moderated caucus. And lastly, it's going to be addressing that you need to actually give a speech that is going to accordance towards the moderated caucus topics. And then second, when we are addressing about what not to be done inside the moderated caucus, make sure that you are not actually proposing a jumping agenda. For example, when you are addressing about A, make sure that it's going to B instead of going to C. And then secondly, make sure that you are not proposing for a redundant motion, which is actually, for example, it is being discussed more than once or maybe twice or even 3 times inside a single committee sessions. Make sure that those kind of things not happen. Recognizing is unable to develop the cases or develop the discussions that happening inside the console. And lastly, please do make sure that you are actually, as I've mentioned before, give speech that is in accordance towards the motion. Moving forward, it's actually unmoderated caucus is the thing that I would like to explain. This is another type of emotions in which it's pretty much going a bit similar towards, if you could say, team working. So basically where you are actually discussing with someone freely. This is actually what unmoderated caucus is, where you are actually, you could stand up from your seat and then you are discussing with your delegates or with other delegates without any kind of moderations from the chair itself. This is what is called as unmoderated caucus. It's pretty much much more informal in a ways, because basically you don't need to be way too strict in terms of delivering a speech, or there is a certain order in regards to the speech itself. Basically, unmoderated caucus is very comfortable where you are actually just speaking freely with the other delegates. Then this is how you are actually proposing an unmoderated caucus. It's simply just stating that you would like to propose an unmoderated caucus with what is actually in the total time that you want to propose. For example, delegate of Mauritius would like to propose an unmoderated caucus for 15 minutes. And then moving forward, we will be addressing about what to do and what to not be done inside an unmoderated caucus. The first one will be, please be diplomatic. What it means with being diplomatic here is that necessarily no need to be those kind of individuals that is, way too emotional in ways, just trying to make sure that you could hold your temperament well and also delivering something that is much more direct and in accordance with your stances, of course. And then second of all, make sure that you are also listening to the others. And lastly, try to create a blog to show that you are actually someone who is having a good initiatives as a delegate to solve the problems as well. And then what to not be done, especially do not give some space for other delegates to speak. Give some other people a chances to speak, to say something in regards to the topic or the discussions development in itself. Because basically it's how a discussion is going to be, it needs to be going, And then second of all, do not cutting someone when they speak, especially without any particular reasons. And lastly, please be ethical. And then moving forward, I would like to provide you with some tips in regards to speech. First of all, try to grab an attention. What is actually the things that you want to deliver? If by any chances you don't have those kind of attentions, at the end of the day, not many people is going to listen to you. While on the other hand, make sure that you are actually having a good structure in regards to your speech. And lastly, clear and be on point on what is actually the thing that you want to deliver, recognizing there is a limited time that you have. And then moving forward, this is going to be a general do's and don'ts in regards to conference itself. Make sure that you are actually wearing a formal suit, and make sure that you are actually using the third person terms, for example, like we, the delegates of, and those kind of things. Well, in regards to research, make sure that you are actually conducting a proper research in regards to the topic itself, that it's actually going towards, you could contribute upon the discussions later on in regards to the topics, and also how the committee sessions is actually going to be conducted. And followed with being diplomatic is something that is very recommended. As I've mentioned before, you are actually portraying as a diplomat. And next, please do make sure that you are actually speak up and always be prepared. What I mean here is that on some occasions there is certain things that you might, oh, I haven't conducted proper research yet. Please do make sure that you are ready for those kind of possibilities in which you are capable in terms of still contributing in regards to it. And then next, respect your chair in itself, because basically this chair is having the responsibility to moderate and also score you. So make sure that you are actually respecting them. And then lastly, please do not use any kind of casual t-shirts, because basically inside this setting, you are actually representing the delegates or acting as the delegates, in which of course a manner is something that is need to be considered. Next, don't be late, because basically if you are late, you will be missing a lot of things in regards to the discussion. And next, don't talk without share permission. And lastly, don't panic. Here are some tips that I have in regards to research. First of all, know the mandate of or the role of the council, and then wait, I'm sorry. Okay, so in regards to research, please do know regarding the mandate of and the role of the council, and then follow it with make sure that you understand at least the bare minimum in regards to what is actually the reasons for such topic to be discussed and what is actually the main problems. And nextly, it's actually understand the framework or the past actions, follow it with understand your country's census and role inside this topic. Here. So basically, it is no okay. So here is the final slide in itself. So basically, that's a general introduction in regards to MUN on what you need to do in regards to research or even in regards to the motion itself. And I would like to yield the time back to the chief. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Farhan, for the comprehensive materials and also the exciting experience you've shared with us today. And delegates, if you have any question, this is your chance to snatch the opportunity and ask. Simply just raise your hand by using the feature provided by the platform. And if you were chosen, please unmute yourself and turn on your camera to deliver your question. So for those of you who want to ask, please just raise your hand, and if you were chosen, you can deliver your questions. This is a very great opportunity for you to for you who want to ask, because it's the right time to ask before the simulation starts. So please feel free to ask anything just by raising your hand. All right, for Pradista Intan, you can ask your question.
Thank you for the time, and thank you for the time. I want to ask about something that is bothering my mind. For Mas Fakran ya tadi, sorry, you mentioned about substantial and procedural voting. Can you please elaborate on that one? I still don't quite understand. Thank you.
All right. All right, thank you very much. This is regarding the questions. So I would like to address regarding what is actually substantive questions and also substantive voting and also procedural voting. So basically, in regards to procedural voting, it's more likely in regards to voting for a motion. So basically, on how the council going to be proceedings, we will need to actually address a motion first. So there is need to be a proposal from the delegates first, like, oh, I would like to proceed upon a moderated caucus in regards to certain topics, and then those delegates need to propose, and then we will be proceeding upon it in accordance with the voting. And those is what is called as procedural voting. While in regards to substantive voting, it's basically a voting towards the final resolution or the final goals of the conference itself. For example, draft resolutions, or maybe if there is by any chance an amendments, or amendments is basically a little change in regards to the draft resolutions that is proposed by other delegates. That is what is called as an amendment, or those kind of things. When we are voting upon those kind of things, it's going to be what is called as a substantive voting. I hope that's actually answered. Is that clear enough?
All right. For Pradista Intan, is that clear enough for you?
Yes, thank you so much.
All right. And then we can move to the next delegates want to ask. For Bobby Simanjutak, you can ask your question.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Miss Vio. So I would like to ask, there is, you explained about moderated caucus and unmoderated caucus, like Mr. Farhan. So can you please elaborate more? So what I get is unmoderated caucus, the chair will not moderate us, so we can discuss anything with our delegates. Is that true, or how it should be? Thank you, Mr. Farhan.
All right. Thank you very much, Bobby. So in regards to that, so to make it simple, basically when we are addressing about moderated caucus, there is going to be an order in regards to who is actually going to speak first. For example, in regards to moderated caucus, there is an order of speakers where the chair is going to be receiving those raising hand and considering which one will be speaking first. But in regards to unmoderated caucus, it will be addressing about much more comfortable place for you to actually discussing a certain thing. For example, there is no moderation from chairs. There is no one who is actually, there is no order in which who is actually need to speak first and who is going to be speaking last. This kind of thing is not existing in regards to unmoderated caucus. So basically, if we want to make it much more clearer in regards to unmoderated caucus, that's why I say that unmoderated caucus is much more comfortable and easy, because basically, yeah, you could say no need to deliver your idea in regards to speak or a speech itself. So just deliver it as like how you casually talk with other people. But in regards to moderated caucus, you need to deliver your idea through a speech itself. So I hope this actually answer your questions.
I see. That's very answering. Thank you, Mr. Farhan.
You're welcome.
All right. For those of you who want to ask again, just simply raise your hand and you can deliver your question. All right. Since there is none of you who want to ask again the question, I think we can end the question and answer session. Thank you so much for the question and the enthusiasm delegates. And also, I would love to thank Mr. Farhan for the insightful and very informative presentation. It is surely very useful for all of our participants today. Once again, thank you, Mr. Farhan, for the presentation. Delegates, as the opening ceremony has come to an end, we would like to hold a short photo session. So for those of you who can turn on your camera, please turn on your cameras and we will take several photos, and I will now start the countdown when you are all ready. All right, from the first slide, we can start the countdown. 3, 2, 1, cheers. Hold the pose because I'm going to the second slide. 3, 2, 1. All right, the third slide. 3, 2, 1. And for the last slide, 3, 2, 1. Great. Thank you so much, delegates, for turning on your cameras and taking a photo session with us today. Before we move to the next session, please fill the feedback form that provided by our committee that has been shared in the chat box, and this will help us learning more about what would you like to see from us in the future. And unfortunately, we are at the end of the opening ceremony for the MUN simulation with Global Millennial United Nations. And following this statement, I would like to remind all of the delegates that if you have any question, please don't hesitate by reaching out to the customer service and staff by our Telegram or WhatsApp. And also, good luck, delegates. And for the conversation, we will be assigned to a different rooms for each group. The group number has been sent to your registered email along with the country, location, and the Telegram group link. Please kindly rename yourself with the format group number underscore your country or location underscore your name. For example, one underscore Indonesia underscore VO. So for those of you who are already renamed yourself, you can just enter the breakout room that according to your numbers. All right, good luck, delegates. I hope you all guys have an amazing experience and a great simulation MUN. And also, I would like to remind about the giveaway. This is a very exciting giveaway. So for those of you who wants to get the free tickets for the MUN Conference 11, please it's very easy. You just have to capture your activities in this event today, and also you can you can upload it on your Insta story, and don't forget to check at Global Millennial Group and at Global Millennial MUN. It's a very great deal. So for those of you who wants to get a free tickets, don't forget to join the giveaway. All right, so with this, the MUN 101 Global Millennial Model United Nations has officially ended. Good luck, delegates, and once again, welcome to the MUN Simulation with Global Millennial Model United Nations.
Since I believe a lot of delegates is already participating here on your camera first, since we are actually going to proceed. Please you open your camera, guys. Is there anyone who can confirm that you guys could see my screen? All right, since I believe it's actually already visible, and then I'll be proceeding with the first one, is actually roll call, like I've mentioned before. So basically, roll call is where I am actually going to taking your attendance, regard whether you are actually president voting. So first and foremost, I would like to do this. Simply, if by any chances any one of you guys would like to ask regarding the roll call first, please raise your hand. Counting down 3, 2, 1. All right then. I will be proceeding with the roll call. For those delegates that name is being called, please state whether you are present or present and voting. All right then. Delegates of Argentina. Delegates of Argentina. Last call, delegate of Argentina. Not here. And then moving forward, delegates of Australia.
Present.
All right. Thank you very much, delegates. Moving on, delegates of Belgium. Delegates of Belgium. Not here. Moving on, delegates of Brazil. Delegate of Brazil, can you hear my voice?
Yeah, present voting.
All right, thank you very much. And then moving forward, delegates of Canada.
Present.
All right, thank you very much, delegates of Canada. Moving on, delegates of China.
The delegates of China is present and voting. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, delegates of China. And then moving forward, delegates of Denmark.
Delegates of Denmark is present.
All right, thank you very much, delegates of Denmark. Moving on, delegates of Egypt.
The delegate of Egypt is present and voting.
All right, thank you very much, delegates of Egypt. Moving on, delegates of Finland.
Delegates of present.
Delegate of Finland. All right, last call, delegate of Finland. All right, there is no delegates of Finland. Moving on, delegates of France.
The delegates of France present and voting. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, delegates. Moving on, delegates of Germany.
Delegates of Germany is present. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, delegates of Germany. And then moving forward, delegates of Greece. Once again, delegates of Greece. Last call, delegate of Greece. Moving on, delegates of India. Delegate of India. Last call, delegate of India. Delegates of India not here. Delegates of Indonesia. Delegates of Indonesia. Last call, delegates of Indonesia is not here. And then moving forward, delegates of Iraq. Delegates of Iraq. Last call, delegate of Iraq. Delegate of Iraq not here. Delegates of Ireland. Delegates of Ireland. Delegates of Ireland. Delegates of Ireland not here. Moving on, delegates of Italy.
Delegates of Italy is present.
All right, thank you very much, delegates of Italy. Moving on will be delegates of Japan. Delegates of Japan. Last call, delegates of Japan. Delegates of Japan not here. And then moving forward, delegates of Lithuania.
Delegates from Lithuania is present.
All right, thank you very much, delegates of Lithuania. Moving on, delegates of Malaysia. Delegate of Malaysia. Last call, delegate of Malaysia. Delegate of Malaysia not here. Moving on, delegates of Mexico.
Delegates of Mexico
Present. All right. Thank you very much, delegate of Mexico. Moving on, delegates of Myanmar. Delegates of Myanmar. Last call, delegates of Myanmar. All right. Delegates of Myanmar is not here. Moving on, delegates of Netherlands.
Delegates of Netherlands is present. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, delegates of Netherlands. Moving on, delegates of New Zealand.
Delegates of New Zealand present. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, delegates of New Zealand. Moving on, delegates of Nigeria. Delegates of Nigeria. Last call, delegates of Nigeria. Moving on, delegates of Philippines. delegates of Philippines. Last call, delegates of Philippines. Delegates of Philippines not here. Delegates of Poland. Delegates of Poland. Last call, delegates of Poland. Delegates of Poland not here. And then we recognize delegates of Malaysia to be present. And then moving on, delegates of Russian Federation.
Delegates of Russian Federation is present.
All right, thank you very much, delegates. Moving on, delegates of Saudi Arabia.
Delegate of Saudi Arabia is present. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, delegates of Saudi Arabia. Moving on, delegates of Singapore.
Delegates of Singapore is present.
All right, thank you very much, delegates of Singapore. Moving on, delegates of South Africa. Is it possible for you to speak once again, delegates of South Africa? Right, delegates of South Africa is present. And then moving on, delegates of South Korea.
Delegate of South Korea is present and voting.
All right, thank you very much, delegates of South Korea. Moving on, delegates of Spain. Delegates of Spain. Last call, delegates of Spain. Delegates of Spain not here. Moving on, delegates of Sweden. Delegates of Sweden.
Shows present.
All right, thank you very much, delegates. Moving on, delegates of Thailand. Calling twice, delegates of Thailand. Last call, delegate of Thailand. Delegate of Thailand not here. Delegates of Turkey.
Delegates of Turkey is present. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, delegates. And then moving on forward, delegates of United Kingdom. Delegates of United Kingdom. Last call, delegates of United Kingdom. Delegates of United Kingdom not here. Moving on, delegates of United States of America. Delegates of United States of America. Last call, delegate of United States of America. All right, delegates of United States of America not here. And then we also recognize delegates of Argentina to be present. Thank you very much. And
Thank you.
therefore, we will, is there any particular delegates that haven't been polled yet? Polling once, polling twice, none. All right, then we will be moving forward to the rules first. So basically, there is in total of 17 delegates who is actually present, and also 5 delegates who are present and voting. So there will be 22 delegates inside this council. And then for a motions or a procedural motions to actually be passed, that means we are actually needing for 12 votes. And for the quorum votes or 2/3 majority will be 15 votes, which is actually for the DR. The DR signatories will be 3 maximum, and then the DR sponsor will be 4. And the amendment sponsor is actually needing for 2 individuals. And then we will be looking forward towards the opening of the debate. The chair is looking for specific motions to open the debate. Is there any delegates who would like to propose a motion? You could raise your hand, delegate. So maybe if by any chances you are not familiar with the terms of opening for motions, so it is where the moment where the delegates is pretty much actually proposing for motions, where they are actually able to raise their hand and then stating your motion. So is there any particular delegates who would like to raise the motion to open the debate? All right, then under the chair discussions, we would like to invite the delegates of Argentina to actually propose a motion to open the debate. Delegates of Argentina, is it possible for you?
Okay, thank you. My name is Safina Damayanti.
Sorry, delegate.
My topic.
So
okay.
You for proposing a motion, you just say like this. For example, delegates of Argentina would like to propose a motion to open the debate, like that.
Wait, can repeat again?
All right, you can just say delegates of Argentina would like to propose a motion to open the debate.
Delegates of Argentina is proposer to like
open the
to
debate. Open the debate.
Open the debate.
All right.
Open the
that was
debate.
in order.
Okay,
And
thank
then
you.
under the chair discussions, this motion passed. And then we'll be moving forward towards the GSL first. So basically, GSL is actually the place where all of the delegates is actually delivering about the general idea, like I've mentioned before in the MUN 101. So basically, for the delegates to be recognized first, before they are delivering their speech, they need to be recognized first by the chair. And the chair would like to start to recognizing the delegates who is raising their hand. So this delegate would like to be included inside the general speaker list. Please to raise your hand. All right. Delegates are there, Chip. Thank you very much. And then, is there any other delegates who would like to be recognized for the general speaker list? Calling once. All right. Thank you very much, delegates of Brazil. Is there any other delegates who would like to propose? Would like to be recognized inside the GSL? That's okay. I will be addressing for some delegates. Yeah, the delegates of Mexico. We would like to hear you to speak inside the general speaker list, and then delegates of Denmark. Thank you very much, delegates of Denmark. And then moving forward will be. Is there no other delegates would like to be recognized for the GSL? All right, then I would like to call another delegates, which is actually the delegates of Lithuania, and then delegates of Netherlands, and also delegates of Australia, and lastly will be the delegates of French. All right, then the chairs believe that is actually enough for the current GSL. We will be proceeding upon the speech first. So the delegates of the chip, you may have your vote for 90 seconds. Wait for a moment. All right. Anytime you are ready, delegates.
Thank you for the recognition. Good afternoon to the Honorable Chair and to all delegates. For your
open the debate gitu aja. So for those of you or for a country that would like to raise a motion, please raise your hand. Teman-teman bisa raising hand button kan ya? Okay, still didn't see any country. Okay. Teman-teman, okay. Australia, delegate of Australia.
This delegate would like to raise a debate.
Okay, okay. The topic, wait. The topic is to open the debate. Okay, thank you, delegate. With the chair discretion, we're just going to accept it as a yes, yeah, just to make it easier. Okay, because the debate is already open, by chair discretion, before we continue to the moderated caucus and other, we are going to go to the GSL. Okay, before I'm moving on to the GSL, I would like to give you several insights first. So in a GSL, of course, you already maybe know, teman-teman kan pasti udah siapin speeches or you already prepare opening speech gitu ya, berdasarkan negara. Misalkan negara kalian, mungkin data-datanya, atau misalkan bukti-buktinya bagaimana, sudah melakukan apa aja dan lain-lain. Tapi yang saya harapkan nantinya nggak cuman hanya di situ, tapi teman-teman bisa mengubah speech-nya juga tergantung dari apa yang nanti akan dibahas gitu ya. Tapi nggak apa-apa untuk sekarang opening speech aja. Tapi saya berharap untuk ke depan-depannya opening speech-nya nggak hanya cuman negara saya sudah apa, tapi respon teman-teman terhadap pernyataan negara lain. Begitu ya? I hope that is clear for all of you. Okay, so everyone, the time will be set at, wait. So I really hope that every one of you already prepare your own timer just to make it easier for all of you to know whether or not you need to stop or not, because sometimes you just don't pay attention to the screen. But I already have mine in me. So everyone, I'm going to set the GSL to 90 seconds. So 1 minute and 30 second. Jadi cuma 1,5 menit ya teman-teman. Dan apakah itu sudah aman? Jadi kurang lebih waktunya itu 1 minute and 30 seconds. Oke? Okay?
Okay.
Jadi, okay, thank you for the response, South Korea. So everyone, please prepare a timer and put it to 90 seconds gitu ya. Okay, so everyone, please raise your hand if you would like to be added to the general speakers list. I really want to all of you to speak, but di sini kayak siapa cepat dia dapat gitu. Tapi aku harap sih semuanya kebagian. Gitu. Tapi untuk urutan berdasarkan yang raise hand gitu biasanya ya kalau di online MUN. So, if for those of you who would like to speak first, you can raise your hand. Jadi di sini aku mau list dulu, teman-teman ngomongnya nanti. Ini cuma di list dulu aja. Okay, so everyone who would like to speak on the general speakers list, you can raise your hand now. No one? Okay, so I'm waiting for all of you to raise your hand. Okay, delegate of South Korea. Yeah, I'm going to list 10 first. Delegate of South Korea. Delegate of Finland. For those of you that name already been put on the screen, atau teman-teman yang namanya udah ada kelihatan nih di layar, boleh lower hand ya. Thank you. Delegate of Sweden has been recognized. Delegate of Netherlands already been recognized. Delegate of Germany has been recognized. Delegate of Australia has been recognized. Delegate of Turkey have been recognized. Okay, Australia, you can lower your hands. Delegate of Japan, you have been recognized. Delegate of Myanmar. Okay. Delegate of Myanmar, you have been recognized. Delegate of Lithuania, you have been recognized. Okay, I think it's already 10 countries. So again, untuk teman-teman yang namanya belum ada di list, nanti teman-teman boleh nambahin ya. Kalau misalkan teman-teman baru kepikiran mau ngomong apa, nanti boleh. Dan teman-teman, for example, South Korea udah ngomong di awal. Tapi nanti South Korea merasa, aduh pengen kasih speech lagi gitu. Itu nanti boleh lagi gitu. So in GSL, you can actually put your name more than one time as long as you already finished gitu loh. Kalau teman-teman udah ngomong, baru boleh nambahin lagi sebanyak apapun, asal teman-teman emang sudah selesai ngomong di listnya gitu ya. Okay, so we are going to list 10 first. And so, first of all, the delegate of South Korea, the time is 90 seconds. You can start whenever you are ready.
Okay, thank you. Can I start now?
Yeah, sure. You can start.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Uni, as a delegate of South Korea. I'm talking about South Korea has faced a series of sexual harassment cases among powerful politicians in recent years. Sexual harassment could get worse as a result of the silence, avoidance, and ignorance, and this could cause further problems. Why this woman doesn't speak out? You must first understand the culture, background of their society. Korean history is deeply embedded with Confucianism, where hierarchy dominates over everything. This mindset finally encourages a male-dominated environment and restrains women from speaking out and telling the truth. And I think, as defined by UN Women, sexual harassment is a serious crime that compromises the right of human being, and we must to take action and prevention for this sexual harassment. How can we prevent this unfortunate situation? It begins with a small practice. Small steps can make a big impact for everyone. Maybe I can talk if we must to be careful not to meddle not too much with the appearance and privacy of the other one and your colleagues, and we must avoid unnecessary physical contacts with any strangers.
Their stories to the others so we can prevent what's going to happen in the future. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate of Netherlands, for a wonderful speech. Now we proceed to the next speaker, which is Delegate of Canada. Delegate of Canada, you may have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable Chair and distinguished delegates. Nowadays, it seems like there's no safe place for women and girls as the increasing cases of sexual harassment against them. There has been a lot of efforts made to stop sexual harassment against women and girls, but it doesn't seem to work. The after effect of sexual harassment is so severe to the point that some of the victims choose to end their lives, as the trauma doesn't seem to end. As a developed country, Canada has established some steps in stopping sexual harassment against women and girls, and one of them is the Canada Labor Code that defines sexual harassment as any conduct, comment, gesture, or contact of a sexual nature that is likely to cause offense or humiliations to any employee, or that might, on reasonable grounds, be perceived by that employee as placing a condition of sexual nature on employment or on any opportunity for training or promotion. And furthermore, Canada is open for collaboration and discussion regarding this matter. Thank you so much, Chair.
Thank you, Delegate of Canada. Now we proceed to the next speaker, which is sebelum next speaker ya. Sebenarnya, if you still have time, tadi kan masih kayak Delegate of Canada kayak masih punya 30-an detik. Itu there is 3 options sebenarnya buat di JSL. Mau dibalikin ke chair, back to the chair, which is nanti kita lanjutin, have question and answer, atau ke delegates, which is nanti kalian bisa kasih waktunya 30 detik buat ke delegates lain buat ngomong. Nah, cuman because this is a simulation dan kita punya keterbatasan waktu and we have limited time, ini semua otomatis kalau ada waktu sisa aku lanjutin ya, aku balikin ke chair ya. Oke. Tapi nanti kalau di MUN beneran kalian bisa gunain waktu itu buat 3 sisa waktunya gitu. Okay, thank you, Delegate of Canada. Now we proceed to the next speaker, which is Delegate of New Zealand. Delegate of New Zealand, you may have the floor.
Thank you so much. Good evening, the chair and the fellow delegation. It's an honor connecting to the topic. First of all, we are sorry for what happened to a majority of women around the world experience sexual harassment. As Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern said, harm has been done to everyone involved. Now it's time for us to draw a line in the sand. As this is happened a lot around the world, we hope that in this session we can find a solution. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Delegate of New Zealand. That was a very amazing speech. Now we proceed to the next speaker, which is Delegate of South Korea. Delegate of South Korea, you may have the floor.
Thank you. Delegates of South Korea believe sexual harassment is defined as any behavior, including verbal and non-verbal action, that may take place in social settings such as workplace, public entity, and school, that arouses sexual humiliation to other individuals as well as violated their right to work and education. Sexual harassment is to revert from the convergence of gender discrimination and unequal power relation. The government of South Korea is also working to change the culture inside workplace, having established a hotline where instances of sexual violence or intimidation can be reported and has mandated official government investigation of workplaces. A South Korea government survey conducted in 2015 found that 8 out of 10 responded report they've been sexually harassed at their workplace. The study indicates that young female employees were most likely to be victim of harassment and are unlikely to report the abuse to management or the authority. Thank you. Yield to the chair.
Arigato, Japan. Kamsahamnida, Delegate of South Korea. Now we proceed to the next speaker, which is Delegates of Nigeria. Delegate of Nigeria, you may have the floor.
Thank you for the time. Nigeria believes that sexual harassment is a very dangerous thing in society. Sexual harassment can happen anywhere and anytime. Sexual harassment can also be done in various ways. Usually, sexual harassment occurs in public places. The perpetrators are looking for opportunities in the crowd to carry out their actions. Their target is women. They carry out their actions secretly in the middle of the public crowd. In Nigeria, reporting acts of rape is not uncommon. Some victims and their families are afraid of being stigmatized, blackmailed by the police, and lack confidence in the judicial process. So they choose not to report cases to the authorities. This shows that victims of sexual harassment are not under strong legal protection. Delegates of Nigeria believe an establishment of public facility guard is how to say it. This program is to take care of the people of we use the public facilities. The aim of this program is to provide a sense of security for the community in carrying out the activity in public places. Another solution, we'll talk it later. That's all for me. Thank you for the time.
Okay, cool, amazing. Thank you so much, delegate of Nigeria. Now we proceed to the next delegate, which is delegates of United Kingdom. You may have the floor, delegate of UK.
Thanks for this opportunity, Chairs. Delegates United Kingdom believe sexual exploitation and sexual harassment of women and girls in any place is completely unacceptable, particularly in a sector which aims to help some of the most vulnerable people in the world. Official Development Assistance (ODA) must be delivered in a way that does no harm. Sexual harassment of women and girls undermines the aid sector as a whole and limits our ability to deliver positive change. Safeguarding against sexual exploitation and sexual harassment is a long-term challenge that the UK is committed to addressing. This strategy builds on considerable work to date, in particular the work leading up to and following from the October 2018 London Safeguarding Summit. It lays out the challenge the UK's vision and evidence-based theory of change for the sector, and based on the theory of change, how we see the achieve transformational change across any sector within ODA spanning departments or in across the UK's ODA friend. Progress has been made, but is in a long-term endeavor. We must ensure the failings of the past are not repeated. This strategy is part of our ongoing commitment to put victims, survivors, and whistleblowers first and to real culture change across the sectors. Safeguarding against sexual exploitation and sexual harassment is everyone's responsibility. We will only achieve the change we want to see if we work together. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, delegates of United Kingdom. Your time already elapsed. Now, under justifications, we ended our general speakers list, and now we proceed to the formal debate. Nah, before that, aku mau ngasih tahu dulu nih. Sebenarnya pada dasarnya general speakers list ini itu listnya nggak boleh dihabisin. Jadi cuman to time constraint ini aku ngasal aja nih. Misalnya aku masukin Argentina sama Belgium gitu ya, karena intinya listnya ini nggak boleh habis gitu. This is the backbone of the, orang bilangnya tulang punggungnya dari our discussions. Tapi kita ke next stepnya. We have a moderated caucus atau formal debates. Ini salah satu yang utama juga. I'll give you the example dulu. Jadi di awal ini tuh nanti aku bakal bilang gitu. Now we proceed to the formal debate. Is there any point or motions on the floor? Please raise your hand. Nah, aku tawarin gitu. Nanti kalian raise hand. Nah, di situ kalian kasih motions. Motions itu simpelnya adalah kalian mau bahas apa sih? What we want to discuss in these occasions. Kita mau discuss apa sih? For example nih ya, aku raise hand, aku delegate of Russia. Gitu kan, terus aku kasih floor. Oke, delegate of Russia, you may have the floor. Nah, caranya adalah bilangnya gini. Okay, delegate of Russian Federation would like to propose moderated caucus, or misalnya for 5 minutes and 1 minute speaking time regarding the root cause of the problem. Nah, di sini tuh berarti adalah total time-nya 5 menit dengan waktu ngomongnya tiap orang tuh 1 menit. Berarti ada 5 orang yang ngomong, 5 negara. Kayak gitu konsepnya, paham ya? Tapi ini boleh kalian edit sendiri. Misalnya 10-1 boleh, 15 1,5 boleh, atau misalnya 10 2 menit boleh. Berarti kalau 10 menit 10 minutes and 2 minutes speaking time, berarti total 10 menit ngebahas and 2 menit tiap orangnya gitu. Paham ya maksudnya? Ini contohnya.
Nah, terus nanti aku akan ambil 3 gitu. Misalnya yang selanjutnya UK, habis itu Nigeria gitu misalnya. Nanti kita akan vote satu-satu gitu. Mana dulu nih yang mau mana yang mau dibahas gitu. Nah, kalau nanti agree atau not buat bahas, nanti kalian bisa kasih reaction gitu. Ini reactionnya bisa yes no enggak ini bentar. Atau bisa reaction doang. Nah, reaction. Nah, oke. Tombol yes atau tombol no ya. Nanti kalau kalian setuju, oke? Paham nggak kira-kira? Paham ya? Oke. Bentar ini aku delete. Now, we proceed to the formal debate. Chuck would like to open the floor for a new point or motion. Is there any point or motions on the floor? Please raise your hand. Is there any point or motions on the floor? Please raise your hand. Delegates? Boleh yuk satu raise hand, aku bantuin yuk, aku bimbing yuk. Anyone deh, bebas. Kita belajar bareng. Santai. Is that any delegates who want to propose the motion? Please raise your hand, guys. Okay, delegate of Canada, go. Can you please specify your motions?
But please help me or correct me if I'm wrong, okay?
Yes, of course.
The delegate of Canada would like to propose a moderated caucus for 15 minutes. And do I say 1 minute speaking time?
Yes.
Okay, 1 minute speaking time and 10 minutes of 10 minutes? Is it 10 minutes?
Bukan. No? So after you already specify the time, jadi kalau udah dispesifikin waktunya, habis itu topiknya.
Oh, and topic.
Mau ngomongin apa sih? Kan sexual harassment tuh banyak tuh. Kita bisa ngomongin good goals, bisa ngomongin culture, bisa ngomongin solution, bisa ngomongin victim blaming. Nah, kita mau ngomongin subtopik apa?
Okay. And with the topic of combating sexual harassment against women and girls in social media.
Combating sexual harassment
against women and girls in social media.
Social media. That was in order. Thank you, delegate of Canada.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, is there any other point or motions on the floor? Yes, delegate of Nigeria, please.
Tolong bimbingnya kan tadi depannya gimana?
Delegate of Nigeria.
Delegate of Nigeria
would like to propose
a moderated caucus with 20 minutes with 5 minutes speaking.
Okay.
And the topic is solution of victim blaming of sexual harassment cases.
Solution of victim blaming in sexual harassment cases. Oke. Cool. Nah, sebelum proceed, aku mau kasih revisi dulu. Jadi jarang banget, especially in MUN itu speaking time-nya 5 menit. Biasanya maksimumnya 2 minutes. Ini buat tips and trick kalian aja. Biasanya tuh pemilihannya gini, 10-1, 15-1, 15-1 setengah, 21 atau 22. Nah, tapi nggak apa, because this is learning, tadi aku biarin, cuman I will change to 22 ya. Jadi speaking time-nya 2 minutes. Is that okay, delegate of Nigeria?
Yeah, it's okay.
Ya, oke. Cool. Ini aku hapus ya. Oke. Now, is there any ini aku entertain satu motions lagi, baru kita ke voting procedure. Okay, so is there another point or motions on the floor? Please raise your hand, guys. Delegates. Is there any other point or motions on the floor? Counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Since none, we proceed to the voting procedure. Oke, sekali lagi ya. Ini namanya procedural voting. Jadi kalian harus yes atau no, no matter kalian tadi present atau present and voting. Oke. Before we start, kita testing dulu. Sorry, aku tadi di awal. Reaction-nya tolong di yes atau no-nya. Aku mau lihat dulu kelihatan atau enggak angkanya. Boleh bebas kalian kasih yang centang atau yang X itu, guys. Oke, bebas. Oke, cool. Oke, cool. Amazing. Oke, tadi rules-nya harus majority vote 11. Oke, cool. Dah, cukup. Ini lagi, diklik lagi, guys. Now, we proceed to the voting procedure from the most destructive one, which is the delegate of Canada for combating sexual harassment against women and girls in social media. For those who in favor with the motions, please giving yes. Kalau yang agree to discuss, if you disagree to discuss, you can have reaction X. So please. You have 5 seconds. Either you agree or disagree with these motions. Agree to discuss and disagree to discuss. Oke. Kalian paham nggak maksudnya? Jadi kan ini ada motions nih dari Delegate of Canada combating sexual harassment. Ini termasuk Delegate of Canada harus voting nih. Kalian mau bahas ini atau enggak gitu. Nah, kalau mau bahas, kalian kasih reaction yes. Itu caranya kalian ke bawah itu ada reaction. Nah, terus kalian pilih centang kalau kalian agree. Kalau kalian disagree, kayak aduh nggak mau bahas itu kak, masa tiba-tiba bahas itu, kayak bahas apanya dulu kek, root cause-nya dulu kek, atau apa, let's say. Nah, itu kalian langsung kasih X, tanda X kayak gini. Nah, di akun ini udah ada nih, gitu ya. Ini semuanya wajib gitu. Mau kamu tadi present atau present and voting. Nanti abstain-nya itu bolehnya di belakang. Nanti belakang banget kita voting draft resolutions namanya, dokumennya. Oke. We repeat ya. Kita repeat, kita ulangin. Ini total ada 19 orang, 19 delegates. Jadi nanti harus ada 19. Now, we proceed to the voting procedures. Come from Delegate of Canada for 15 minutes and 1 minute moderated caucus regarding combating sexual harassment against women and girls in social media. For those who in favor, please give reaction checklist. For those who disagree or not in favor, please give reaction of X. Now, for those who in favor, please give checklist. For those not in favor, please give X. Okay. 14. I give you another 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, overwhelming majority, this motion passes. Nah, mau ngasih tahu dulu, sebenarnya di rules-nya itu kan ada 19 orang nih. Tadi itu cuman ada sekitar 14, 15, 17-an orang. Masih ada yang belum vote. Nah, it should be harusnya tuh diulangin. Semua harus ngevote. Cuman again ya, we have a very limited time biar nanti bisa semuanya. So I make it passes karena udah overwhelming majority juga ya, gitu ya. Gitu. Jadi ini maaf ini banyak yang agak di skip prosedurnya. Cuman aku kasih gambaran nanti kelihatannya gimana. Oke. Nah, kalau udah nih aku bakal nawarin Delegate of Canada mau ngomong pertama atau terakhir gitu. Nah, aku bilangnya gitu. Oke, Delegate of Canada, you want to speak first or last? Mau ngomong pertama atau terakhir?
Delegate of sorry.
Yeah.
The Delegate of Canada would like to speak first.
First, okay. That's cool. That was amazing. Okay. 15 ya. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Now we have 14 slot after Delegate of Canada. For those delegate who want to speak upon these motions, please raise your hand. Kalau kalian mau ngomong di motions ini, please angkat tangan. Angkat tangan virtual ya, jangan begini ya. Gue kadang nggak bisa lihat tuh. Okay, again. For those delegate who want to speak after Delegate of Canada, please raise your hand. Oke, santai aja guys, nggak apa-apa. Nggak ada salah bener kok. Kalau maksudnya this is platform for you to learn. Gitu. Coba aja dulu, gitu nggak masalah gitu. Ya, for this delegate who want to speak after Delegate of Canada, please raise your hand. Ada nggak? Oke, I will tell you what will happen kalau misalnya nggak ada yang raise hand. Bakal dipanggilin sama Jack-nya. Jadi aku bakal panggilin Acak nih. So Acak would like to call delegate of Brazil, delegates of Denmark, delegates of India, delegates of Japan, lihat yang belum, and delegate of Singapore udah belum tadi, Singapore, okay, and delegate of Singapore. So this works for these sessions. Now, delegate of Canada, you have 1 minute. Wait a second. Delegate of Canada, you have 1 minute. You may start now.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable Chair and distinguished delegates, as technology advances, so does the problems that come with it. Sexual harassment against women and girls is one of them. With the ability of hiding behind anonymity, the online catcalling and harassment are increasing. Social media is also limitless, and it's easier for online predators to scout their next victim, regardless of their age. The delegate of Canada feels like this is a problem that we must discuss as the technology and the world will continue to rapidly evolve. Thank you.
Thank you, delegate of Canada. Now we proceed to the next delegates. Santai aja, Brazil. Kalau belum siap ya apa adanya aja. Just be calm. Now, Chuck would like to call delegate of Brazil. Delegate of Brazil, you may have the floor. Coba latihan aja, santai aja. Brazil. Samina, mana si Brazil? Mana nih Brazil nih? Christina Mentari, are you here? Brazil? Musa, así no se vi mata, despacito. Maaf Kak, aku nggak bisa bicara soalnya lagi di gereja. Oke, I see. Kita nyanyi lagu gereja ya. Mukjizat itu nyata, bukan karena kenapa adalah nyanyi lagu gereja. Oke. Santai aja ya guys. We just have training there. Jadi kayak. Tapi ini ya disclaimer ya, kalau di MUN will be more serious lah karena we become diplomat gitu. Kalau di aku sini mah nyantai ya. Okay, now we proceed to the next delegates. Delegate of Denmark. Delegate of Denmark. You may have the floor. You have 1 minute.
Thank you for the time. So we believe that the sexual harassment that is happening in social media is also being caused by the freedom of speech and freedom of speak in the social media, and also that this type of criminal like sexual harassment is kind of like a different with any other criminal because it was happened so suddenly without any plan to do it. It just happened so suddenly. So we think that the best protection against this sexual harassment is the woman himself. They need to be smart enough to observe what is happening around her and to be smart enough to protect herself. I think that's it.
Thank you, delegate of Denmark. Now we proceed to the next delegate, delegate of India. Delegate of India, you may have the floor.
Yes, as one of the most populated countries, India is also one of the most social media users. This is a very crucial problem because nowadays people can use social media as a sexual harassment platform. We believe that the victims need to speak up so everyone can learn from that. Then we need to educate everyone so the sexual harassment in social media will be reduced. That's it from India.
Paul, Amazing. Thank you, delegate of India, and be careful if you currently playing Squid Game. Kayak nggak sih, kayak suaranya kayak lagi main Squid Game. Jedeng tiba-tiba nanti ya ada begituan. Okay, now we proceed to the next delegates. We have delegate of Japan. Delegate of Japan, you may have the floor.
Okay, thank you. For delegate of Japan, harassment against women in the online forums comes in many forms. Mainly, non-harassment form of harsh comments, hate speech, and threats of sexual and physical violence. Research shows that when even 5 girls have stopped on reduce their use of social media after such attack. Of course, will greatly affect mental health, especially for women as easy targets. Thank you.
Arigatou gozaimasu, delegate of Japan. Now we proceed to the next delegates, but not last. We still have slot after delegate of Singapore. Delegate of Singapore, you may have the floor. Delegate of Singapore. Oh, hilang. Tadi ada. Okay. Delegate of Singapore is gone. Maybe eliminated after Squid Game ya. Okay. Now, ini kan kita masih ada slot. Jadi aku bakal nawarin gitu. Nah, cuman sebelum itu, before we proceed, ini aku mau kasih tahu nih perbedaan signifikan antara GSL tadi yang bagian awal sama bagian the formal debate. Satu, selain topiknya lebih spesifik, kayak ini kan currently kita talking about sexual harassment in social media nih. Nah, selain topiknya lebih spesifik, kedua, ini tuh namanya formal debate. So, di GSL tadi ya udah, misalnya giliran Jepang ngomong, ya udah Jepang ngomong. Giliran Kanada ngomong, udah terserah mau ngomong apa, penting masih gila itu topik. Nah, kalau ini bedanya kita tuh have debate in formal way. Jadi for example ya, aku jadi delegate after Singapore gitu. Misalnya Russian Federations. Aku kasih contoh ya. Nah, itu tuh it should be menanggapin yang di atasnya gitu. Nih misalnya nih ya, for example gini. Thank you, Chair. So, delegate of Russian Federations would like to respond statement from delegate of Canada. Delegate of Canada say that social media is a very danger for the woman, but for Russian Federation is not. Why? Because we see that social media already have the protections. So we should not give our consent towards social media. What we should give the consent is what actually happening the sexual harassment in the real life. So don't lose our budget, don't lose our energy, time, and so on and so forth for social media protection. Delegate of Russian Federation would like to propose the culture change mechanism. So we're more focused on the real situations, on the real sexual harassment, not digital sexual harassment. Thank you, and thank you for that's for Russian Federations. Nah, itu paham ya maksudnya. Jadi itu contoh aja. Jadi kayak you should respond to others gitu. Nah, terus kalau ini keuntungannya first speaker sebenarnya. Jadi first speaker ya udah kayak GSL aja, technically speaking, tapi topiknya lebih niche gitu, lebih spesifik. Nah, cuman for the speaker after that itu tuh should be respond. Selain respon, kalian agree atau disagree, kalian support atau nggak support, terus kalian juga bisa giving your own opinion, your own perspective, your country's perspective. Gitu ya, get the idea-nya ya. Tuh. Cuman nggak setuju ya. I mean like kalau emang kalian setuju nggak apa-apa. Misalnya Russian Federation is very agree with delegates of Canada. With this social media we must protect women in social media. Itu juga boleh gitu. Karena again we do a diplomatic things gitu. Oke, get idea-nya. Paham ya guys? Sampai sini dulu any questions nggak? Until this procedure. Clear? Aman? Oke. Nah, kalau aman, ini masih ada beberapa slot. Kita coba lagi ya, silakan coba lagi. Kalau mau ada, misalnya India, Denmark mau angkat tangan lagi, silakan, nggak masalah karena orangnya nggak banyak di sini. So we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We still have X slot after delegate of Russian Federations. For those who want to speak for these motions, please raise your hand. virtual ya, jangan gini ya. For those delegate who want to speak after delegate of Russian federations, please raise your hand. Anyone? We are until 3:15. We still have 30 minutes. Wah, panas banget by the way. AC ku mati nih. Anyone? Okay. If not, mungkin we proceed to the next motions aja lah, biar enak. So under just dedication, I would like to continue the formal tipping. Nah, aku mau ngasih tahu dulu disclaimer. Ini kan ada punyanya satu nih, Nigeria. Jadi kita tuh voting itu per grup. Nah, karena Nigeria ini udah kalah voting di awal, dia tuh nggak akan di voting gitu. Terus, tapi Delegate of Nigeria pengen banget bawain ini nih, solution of victim blaming. Nah, Delegate of Nigeria itu boleh buat repropose. Jadi nanti kan aku nawarin loh, ada motions gak? Delegate of Nigeria kasih, terus tinggal ngulangin aja deh yang di sini, moderated caucus solution of victim blaming in sexual harassment case gitu ya. Boleh. Jadi ini kalian bayangin aja pilpres Nigeria ini Pak Prabowo gitu. Nah, terus habis itu udah kalah gitu, nggak kepilih gitu. Tapi nyalonin lagi boleh gitu loh ya. Paham ya maksudnya ya? Begitu. Tapi Delegate of Canada Delegate of Canada nggak boleh lagi yang topik yang sama, topik lain gitu. Paham ya maksudnya ya? Oke. Now we proceed. Other justifications I would like to open the floor for a new point of motions. So for those delegate who want to propose new point of motion, please raise your hand. Is there any point of motions on the floor? Please raise your hand. Kita angkat tangannya bersama. Di saat ku tak berdaya kuasamu. Oke, itu lagu gereja guys. Oke, yuk. Kita back to MUN. So, is there any point or motions on the floor? Please raise your hand. Boleh ada yang mau nyoba propose motions? Nanti bantu lagi, of course. Nggak apa-apa guys, santai aja. Jangan takut salah. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Jangan tunggu hebat dulu, baru mulai dulu, baru hebat gitu ya. Kalau kata Competition yang tak perlu tunggu hebat untuk berani memulai apa yang kau impiannya. Nah, aku minta ini deh, aku minta singer kita nyanyiin itu ya. Oke. Okay, back to topic. Okay, is there any point or motions on the floor? Please raise your hand. Oke deh, ini dulu deh. Sebelum lanjut lagi, ada yang masih bingung nggak? Ada yang mau tanya dulu nggak? Ada yang gimana gitu? Boleh. Have Indonesian language also fine. Oke, delegate of Nigeria boleh. Ini mau tanya apa mau raise motion?
Nanya.
Boleh.
Jadi yang motion yang disebut sama Nigeria itu di skip atau boleh diangkat lagi?
Boleh diangkat lagi. Karena belum ke vote. Makanya bayangin aja yang kalah vote itu kayak Pak Prabowo gitu. Boleh diajuin lagi ke pilpres selanjutnya.
Kalau yang ajuin orang lain boleh nggak atau harus Nigerianya lagi?
Boleh, nggak masalah. Boleh banget. Oke. Anything? Ada questions lagi? Netherlands want to propose motions?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
Delegates of Netherlands would like to propose a motion caucus with a total time of 10 minutes, with each speaking time of 1 minute. And the topic will be the solution of victim blaming in sexual harassment case.
Okay. That was in order. Copy paste aja. That was in order. Thank you, delegate of Netherlands. Now we proceed to the next motions. Is there any point of motions on the floor? Please raise your hand. Is there any other point of motion? Okay. Yes, please specify your motions. Delegate of Germany.
This delegate of Germany would like to propose for the moderate caucus with total time 10 minutes and each of speaking time 1 minute with the topic of protecting women and girls in society, especially at the workplace and school.
Okay. Can you please pardon me because your sound is not clear? Protecting women in society.
Especially at the workplace and school.
Especially in workplace and school. That was in order. And can you please pardon me for your total time and speaking time?
Total time 10 minutes with time 1 minute.
10 and 1. That was in order. Thank you so much, delegates of Germany. Is there any other point or motions on the floor? Please raise your hand. Since none, we're going to proceed with the voting procedure. Motions come from the delegate of Netherlands from 10 minutes and 1 minute moderated caucus regarding solutions affecting blaming in sexual harassment cases. For those who in favor, please give checklist, and for those who are not in favor, please give X. Now, yuk vote. Halo Denmark, jangan main game, yuk. Yeah, giving the vote for motions come from delegate of Netherlands, solution of victim blaming and sexual harassment. Either you agree or disagree. 12-1, 12-1. Denmark not yet vote, Germany not vote, India not vote, Singapore not vote. United Kingdom, okay, Singapore. Okay. Yeah, okay, overwhelming majority, this motion is passes. Okay. Now, delegate of Netherlands, you want to speak first or last?
I would like to speak first.
First. It was in order. Thank you, delegate of Netherlands. Mungkin karena keterbatasan waktu, maksimal aku 5 aja kali ya, supaya nanti kita bisa proceed ke selanjutnya. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we have 4 slot after delegate of Netherlands. For those who want to speak after delegate of Netherlands, can you please raise your hand? Please raise your hand. Okay, delegate of Nigeria that you recognize. Is there any other delegate who want to speak? After delegate of Canada, you recognize. Is there any other delegate who want to speak? Counting 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, so I would call delegates of Indonesia, delegates of Philippines belum ya, delegates of Philippines, delegates of udah ini aja. Okay. Now, delegate of Netherlands, you have 1 minute speaking time. You may have the floor.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. We all know that cyber sexual harassment really happen frequently nowadays, and it's often that the victim was blamed for the posts or feeds they posted online. Even though they sexually harassed, they are the victim, but usually people say that it's caused by what they're wearing, by their clothes, but actually it's not their fault. It's not the women or the girls' fault. It's the harasser fault. It's what our society paradigm with which people usually comment on others' apparel, what we're wearing, but everyone have their rights to wear whatever they like and to express themselves. And I hope here we can find a solution to that. Thank you.
Thank you, delegate of Netherlands. Now we proceed to the next delegates. Delegate of Nigeria. Delegate of Nigeria, you may have the floor.
Thank you, Chair, for the time. Nigeria believes that many victims of sexual harassment are blamed for being seductive. Like they usually wear the clothes that says seductive or something either. But Nigeria believe that is not the opinion that makes you have to blame that you are the victim. And I hope the solution could be given in this topic. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate of Nigeria. Now we proceed to the next delegates, Delegate of Canada. Delegate of Canada, you may have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. The delegate of Canada believes that victim blaming plays a big role in restricting the victim to actually talk about sexual harassment that happens to them. A lot of people often blame the victims for wearing revealing outfit and acting provocative. The delegate of Canada strongly agrees with the delegate of Netherlands that we should be able to wear whatever we want. What we should do is to educate men and boys since a very young age that no woman wants to be harassed and there is no action from them that signals that they want to be harassed. So whatever women and girls are doing, we should know better that it's not an invitation to be harassed. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate of Canada. Now, I would like to call Delegate of Indonesia.
Thank you, Chair, for the time. In some cases of sexual harassment, it is not uncommon for the victim to be blamed for it, as submitted by delegate before. This is make problem of sexual harassment unsolvable. So one way to combat or find solution to this problem is to thoroughly socialize about the importance of expressing opinion about sexual harassment. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate of Indonesia. Now proceed to the last delegates, Delegate of Philippines. Delegate of Philippines, you may have the floor.
Yeah. Thank you for this opportunity. The solution for sexual harassment, also victim in the Philippines, is to make a new law. What's that? Namely, sexual was carried at on 1992. So, however, the reform only claimed to provide stronger protection for victims instead of the increasing the legal age for sex. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate of Philippines. With being so, the motion for this motion already elapsed. Now, itu tadi moderated caucus ya sampai sejauh ini. Nah, selanjutnya kita tuh have unmoderated caucus. Unmoderated caucus itu simple. Nanti misalnya waktunya 10 menit gitu kan. Aku nggak akan kasih kayak spesifik kayak ini Netherlands ngomong, oh ini Philippines ngomong, oh ini Indonesia ngomong, enggak. Cuma nanti ya udah kalian ngomong aja kayak pasar gitulah. Kayak bayangin kayak pasar gitu. Nah, unmoderated caucus itu diajuin lewat motions juga. Jadi itu biasanya aku cek itu ngode-ngode gitu. Now, I believe we enough with the moderated caucus, we still have unmoderated caucus. Tapi pilihannya balik lagi ke kalian. Nah, terus biasanya tuh udah ngode-ngode gitu. Nah, kalau ngode-ngode gitu, kalian bisa ajuin motions. Caranya ngajuin motions, kalau unmoderated caucus itu simple. Nanti tetap sama, kayak cek bakal bilang, is there any point of motions on the floor? Terus aku ya misalnya Kasia gitu kan, raise hand. Terus habis itu, Delegate of Russian Federation would like to propose unmoderated caucus for 10 minutes, misal. Udah gitu doang. Jadi nggak pakai topik, nggak pakai speaking time. Itu caranya ngajuin unmoderated caucus. Jadi aku ulangin ya, misalnya Russian Federation. Delegate of Russian Federation would like to propose unmoderated caucus for 10 minutes. Oke, gitu. Paham? Paham ya? Oke, kita coba aja yuk. Ajuin unmoderated caucus dulu yuk. Point of motion. Please raise your hand, guys. Under chair's discretion, I would like to dua hari and lebih pagi juga kayaknya nggak memenuhi majority, cuman ya under discussions this motion is passed. So you have 15 minutes unmoderated caucus, cuman waktunya bakal habis kalau kita kali 15 minutes, aku jadiin 5 menit aja ya buat belajar, boleh ya? Oke. Now you have 5 minutes. Ini begitu aku mulai, udah kalian kayak pasar gitu. Kalian bisa 5 minutes, you might have the floor. Ayo guys. Gini, aku contohin ya kalau unmoderated caucus. Misalnya aku jadi lagi observation. Okay guys, we have in unmoderated caucus right now. So actually I'm quite disagree with the social media. I believe we have very limited fun, right? We have very limited fun, resource, human, and so on and so forth. So I believe that we should really focus in offline campaign compared to have the online campaign. What do you think, guys? How about Netherlands? What do you think about Russians' opinion? Or you have another opinion? Or maybe you have another solution?
Yeah, I would agree with Russian Federation just said before. I think online social media is, we have freedom in social media. We should just do whatever we like, and maybe we should work on offline campaign. But I think other than working just in offline campaign, we can do both. So we make a profile for the online campaign, but also at the same time we work for the offline campaign too. So we can just do both rather than just one. Thank you. Any other?
Yeah, interesting. So we have a both campaign, yeah. How about Indonesia? I believe you have opinion, Delegate of Indonesia, about this issue, about the campaign. Yes, Indonesia.
Aku mau tanya dulu sebelumnya,
boleh, silahkan.
Jadi ini kayak mengomentari apa sih, kayak kasus kayak apa sih yang ini nih, yang sebentar. Yang itu ya, yang kayak apa sih, kayak sexual harassment yang di sosial media gitu. Kita mengomentari gitu.
Oke, gini. Ini tuh namanya unmoderated caucus. Kuncinya, the key is kalian tuh pengen ngajak orang aja ke bagian kalian. Kan kita punya interest yang beda-beda nih. Let's say Kanada misalnya nih ya. Kanada tuh pengen banget kita make social media campaign. Nah, aku nggak pengen ngapain cuy sosial media cuy, nggak guna gitu kan. Buang-buang uang, buang-buang budget gitu. Itu concernnya Kasya. Nah, kalian debate di sana gitu loh. Kayak misalnya aku bilang, enggak lah, ngapain kayak buang-buang budget, buang-buang ini, buang-buang dana, kita kan limited banget. Terus, nah kalian tuh bisa kayak si Kanada, no, social media is very important. Now like 200 more than 500 million people playing Instagram, playing Facebook. It will be a very effective for us for spread the campaign, spread our interest gitu. Nah, ini kayak debate aja di sana, kayak pasar aja. Nah, terus nanti di sini tuh kayak aku kayak coba-coba nginiin delegate gitu, Netherlands, Philippines, udah yuk kita discuss bareng aja yuk, gak usah discuss sama mereka, kolot-kolot tuh kita. Nah itu tuh bisa kita lakuin, terus yang Kanada juga bisa ngelakuin itu, dan kalian yang lain pun juga bisa gitu. Paham nggak maksudnya? Dan gambarannya dapat nggak ya? Dapat ya gitu. Itu yang terjadi di unmoderated caucus. Nah saranku kalian harus become the leader, kayak yang aku contohin tadi itu I become the leader gitu, become initiatornya. Jadi apa ya, berada di unmoderated caucusnya itu jadi leadernya lah. Nah itu poinnya tinggi banget guys, itu poinnya tinggi banget karena itu poin leadershipnya sama poin diplomaticsnya tinggi gitu. Jadi chance kalian buat menang itu juga tinggi. But again ya, it's not about the award. Ini bukan soal award doang, but it's about your self development. Cuman dapat gambaran ya, dapat gambaran. Nah, so I think we running out of the time. Kita ada 15 menit, mungkin aku pakai buat tanya jawab sama explain hal-hal kecil lainnya. Gitu, ini aku stop share. So itu gambaran secara singkatnya. Sebenarnya we still have a lot of, kayak misalnya ada draft resolutions, working paper, terus masih ada ya unmoderated caucus sebenarnya lebih rumit lagi dan lain sebagainya. Terus tips and triknya dan lain sebagainya. Cuman mungkin beberapa aku kasih tips and trik yang pertama. So this is MUN is about learning by doing. Aku pernah di posisi kalian. Kalian first timer ya? Ada yang pernah MUN nggak sebelumnya? Pasti nggak pernah ya. Nah gini, this is learning by doing gitu. Jadi kayak emang kayaknya bingung gitu di awal, tapi I believe apalagi pas dijelasin Fagan awal-awal gitu kan, terus aku jelasin lagi, kalian pasti bingung apa sih ini apa, oh saya bingung gitu kan pasti kan. Nah cuman it's totally fine, it's totally okay. I believe ketika udah praktek dikit lebih dapat gambaran ya sekarang nggak, mulai kasih testimoni gitu, kayak kalian masih bingung kah atau sama aja, mungkin Nigeria deh boleh, what do you think? Ya udah paham kah, atau aku jelasinnya terlalu cepat kah, atau ini terlalu lambat kah, atau gimana?
Oke, aku ngomong pakai bahasa Indonesia aja kan?
Boleh, silakan.
Kalau misalnya buat secara gambaran sih udah dapat ya buat dari aku pribadi sendiri. Tapi emang karena kita kan masih segan, terutama pas unmoderated caucus kan kita tuh nggak ada yang berani speak up gitu, karena kan emang segan juga buat ngomong. Jadi paling kurang dapet lah feel-nya kalau. Tapi mau nanya deh sama semuanya. Kira-kira kan tadi unmoderated caucusnya kurang nih. Mau diulang nggak? Biar
boleh.
Kita bagi feel-nya. Yang lain gimana buat voting?
Boleh. Oke. Agak ambis ya, tapi oke, nggak apa-apa. Sebentar, aku share screen lagi berarti. Oke, aku ulangin waktunya tuh 5 minutes berarti ya. Oke. Now, we have unmoderated caucus sessions. You have 5 minutes. Your unmoderated caucus start from now. You may have the time, delegates.
Okay. Nigeria believe that victims of sexual harassment must be legally protected during the trial period from the physical and social aspect. They have to get justice in law so they can give appropriate statement at law. What do you guys think about?
Can I talk? Sebelumnya harus ngomong apa, Chair, sebelum ngomong? Atau nggak ada?
Langsung aja kalau misalnya ini langsung aja ngomong gitu. Kayak pasar aja, bayangin kayak pasar gitu. Kalian kebutuhan ngomong gitu.
Okay, thank you, the delegate of Nigeria. The delegate of Canada also strongly agrees with the delegate of
I think it's already passes for this, and because the South Korea motion is passes, so we will not vote for this from delegate of Myanmar. But delegate of Myanmar, you can repropose it again after this if you are willing to. Okay, delegate of South Korea, you wish to speak first or last?
I prefer last.
Speak last. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. South Korea. Okay, delegates, we have 4 more slots. You can join, please. Don't be shy again. This can be our last sessions. So yeah, maybe we will not meet each other again.
Lithuania, thank you very much. Okay. 3 lagi yuk. Aku tunjuk aja ya, yang belum mungkin ya. Oke, aku mau delegate of Japan ya, aku masukin. Japan. Oke, terus satu lagi siapa ya? Delegate of Nigeria. Okay. All right, delegates, we have 5 delegates already on the floor, and we will start soon after this. And yeah, I think we can start from delegate of Brazil. Delegate of Brazil, 1 minute. You may start from, wait a second. All right. 1 minute start from now, delegate of Brazil. Thank you very much.
The delegate of Brazil can assume that there are main actions to make up this problem. It is giving education for not just to prevent the sexual harassment for women, but also not to judging them, the victim of sexual harassment. Most of girls or women are too afraid and embarrassed to report their horrible stories because of the possibility citizens will be mocking them or making fun of them. And in Brazil itself, in 2018, Brazil National Policy created the House of Brazilian Women to facilitate girls and women with psychosocial support, financial support, healthcare, and even temporary shelter for them who have experienced being a victim of sexual harassment. And the House of Brazilian Women staffed 24/7 and become a part of greater national policy in Brazil to prevent violence and support women. Thank you.
Okay, Delegate of Brazil, thank you very much for your speech. That was great and on point. And then after Delegate of Brazil, we will have Delegate of Lithuania. Delegate of Lithuania, also 1 minute, you may have the floor.
Thank you, Chair.
Yep.
The delegate of Lithuania believes that we have done some social movements in the past. In 2012, the Lithuanian government launched its international action plan on implementation of the national program on crime prevention and control. And there's also an organization which is called NGO that have been actively providing assistance to victims of violence by providing call center for 24/7 hours and super center for victims with extra help that can be requested with victims. We also have done another thing, which implements the law on protection against domestic violence by creating a special program financed by the state budget. That's all from us. Thank you.
All right, sure. Thank you very much for the Delegate of Lithuania. That was comprehensive. That was on point. And then we have Delegate of Japan. Delegate of Japan, are you ready? 1 minute, start from now. Okay, Delegate of Japan, are you there? Okay, Japan is not here. Japan, are you there? Going once, going twice, going twice. Okay. Japan is not here. And then we will proceed to Delegate of Nigeria. Delegate of Nigeria, we also have 1 minute, start from now.
Okay, for now, the delegates of Nigeria are going to talk about society condition in Nigeria. And maybe for social problems in Nigeria too. There are so many social problems in Nigeria, for example, national identity, poverty, corruption, inequality, terrorism, and high child mortality rate. And maybe there are so many solutions for explain about this, but the important solutions the delegates of Nigeria thinks we need justice and fairness. And thank you.
Okay, that was great. Thank you very much for Delegate of Nigeria. Really appreciate. And yeah, delegates, we will we already come to the close for these motions. And and then the last will be delegate of South Korea. South Korea, 1 minute, you may have the floor start from now.
Okay, in my country, there is a social media movement that it's social media. So there is a hashtag #MeToo. The #MeToo social movement is a movement that aims to against social harassment and violence, first created in 2006 by an American social activist. Through this social media hashtag in 2017, hashtag #MeToo was reintroduced by an American actress, Alyssa Milano. Afterwards, the hashtag #MeToo social movement, both in social media and in action, took place in various countries, including South Korea. Through this research, the researchers attempt to explain how the #MeToo social movement against social harassment and violence in South Korea, focusing on how emergency and development of the hashtag #MeToo movement as a movement against sexual harassment and violence in South Korea. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate of South Korea. That was great speech and really comprehensive. We appreciate. And delegates, with this, we already come to the close for these motions, and this motion has elapsed. Okay, and because the time constraint, so we will have to conclude for this session that this session is already finished. Tepuk tangan dulu dong. Kelar semua nih, kalian semua. Dadah. Okay, jadi I think it was like about 1.5 hours, I believe. Dan kita udah doing GSL, termasuk yang awal tadi ada roll call itu kan semacam kayak absen tadi, and then we already doing 3 kali MC dan 1 kali unmute. I think it's great gitu. Nah mungkin aku nggak tahu ya, kalian emang udah riset sendiri secara mandiri atau gimana, atau udah riset tapi ternyata waktu di hari sekarang kalian kayak grogi gitu kan. Nah jadi mungkin aku pengen tahu dulu nih dari teman-teman, kalian yang bikin kayak interest buat jalan itu lebih ke apa, dan yang mungkin buat kalian hari ini agak kayak masih malu-malu sungkan tuh apa coba? Aku mau panggil satu deh, dari siapa ya? Dari Myanmar deh, coba gimana?
Kenapa Kak?
Enggak ya, yang kamu bikin apa? Ini apakah MUN pertama kamu?
Iya, pertama banget.
Oke, terus yang bikin kamu interest pertama kali lihat apa? Dan terus yang kamu rasain sekarang itu emang kamu dari awal emang nervous atau di hari doang ini kamu nervous? Padahal kamu udah persiapan gitu, Mama. Gimana?
Sebenarnya kan udah persiapan ya beberapa lah. Cuma tuh tadi barengan sama acara kampus gitu. Jadi kayak ngeblank sana sini, ada 2 device.
Wah, berarti sambil double gitu ya?
Iya.
I see. Oke. Thank you Myanmar. Kalau sekarang coba mau tahu dari Lithuania, coba gimana Lithuania?
Aku emang dari dulu tuh kayak udah interested banget ke MUN, tapi aku belum sempat daftar MUN kelas gitu. Ya, dan kemarin tuh di sekolah aku ada MUN Simulation dan aku ikut, dan karena seru banget, terus aku ngeliat juga ada info di sini ada MUN Simulation juga, jadi aku akhirnya ikut.
Oke. Berarti ini udah persiapan juga ya?
Udah.
Oke. Oke, mungkin dua lagi lah ya. Mungkin kita habis ini langsung foto-foto terus kita kembali ke main room. Aku mau tahu dari Saudi Arabia deh, gimana?
Ini MUN pertama aku. Jadi ya masih agak nervous ya sebenarnya. Jadi agak kemana-mana juga tadi pikirannya. Gitu.
Oh, tapi udah persiapan sebenarnya.
Udah.
Waktu hari H ngeliat teman-teman, waduh kok ini begini deh. Benar ya. Ya oke deh. Terus terakhir siapa ya? I think Thailand deh. Gimana? Halo Thailand.
Iya Kak. Ini tuh MUN pertama aku, terus emang dari dulu aku udah interest buat ikut MUN, tapi nggak pernah kesampaian karena ngerasa insecure gitu sama bahasa Inggrisnya. Dan sebenarnya ini udah apa ya, kayak searching materinya, tapi karena ngelihat kok bahasa Inggrisnya jadi pada beda-beda gitu, jadi agak grogi.
I see. Oke. Ya, ya. Semoga kalian experience like new thing ya di sini tadi. Dan iya, aku sendiri have fun ya sama kalian meskipun tadi aku harus kayak ngingetin lagi, cuman ya itu mungkin karena kalian mungkin grogi juga. Dan in the end aku harap kalian ya tadi kayak experience new thing, kalian belajar hal baru, termasuk kalian bisa lebih berani lagi untuk ngomong untuk kedepannya. Dan ya mungkin ini kita terakhir ketemu, coba yang lain on cam juga dong, kita foto terakhir, foto. Sebenarnya aku mau ngobrol atu-atu sama satu-atu, cuman ya karena kita terhalang waktu kan ya. Oke, ini ada Italia, Jepang, Kanada, boleh on cam juga dong. Argentina, thank you. Netherlands nih, oh udah, thank you. Italia sama Jepang ini ada halangan kah atau gimana? Oke, mungkin ada halangan lah ya. Oke deh. Oke, thank you Italia. Terakhir Jepang, apakah masih di situ Jepang? Oke, enggak ya. Oke. Aku screenshot ya. Oke, 1 2 3. 1 2. Terakhir 1 2 3. Oke, sekali lagi teman-teman, thank you banget ya buat hari ini. Dan mungkin kita langsung kembali ke main room berarti ya. Kalian kalau lihat di bawah itu kan ada live room tuh. Jangan live meeting ya, tapi live breakout room. Kalau kalian live meeting, kalian meninggalkan tempat ini berarti. Oke ya. Oke teman-teman, kalian bisa langsung join ke main room ya. Jangan lupa ya pilih yang live breakout room. Mantap, thank you.
Oke, thank you.
Thank you so much, Kak.
Makasih semuanya.
Thank you semuanya. Ketemu di main room, kita closing. Thank you. Thank you semuanya. Alright.
Hei kawan, pasti kau dan aku sama-sama punya takut untuk mencoba dan gagal. Tapi hei kawan, pasti kau dan aku sama-sama punya mimpi untuk menjadi berarti. Karena harus kita taklukkan bersama lawan rintangan untuk jadikan dunia ini lebih indah. Tak perlu tunggu hebat untuk
Greeting delegates, honorable boards of directors, distinguished delegates, and esteemed secretary members, is with great pleasure that we welcome you once again here. First of all, we would like to congratulate all of you for successfully completing our MUN simulation. It must be very exhausting, but I am sure that you have an amazing experience, right? Second of all, we highly appreciate your endless enthusiasm in joining this conference. It is very inspiring to see each and every one of you striving to better yourself and increase your network by participating in this conference and meeting from people from different countries in this pandemic. We sincerely hope that the lessons and experiences you have gained from these MEN simulations will be beneficial to you. And before we continue to the ceremony, let me introduce myself once again. My name is Fio, and I am here today as the Master of Ceremony for this closing ceremony. All right, I've seen that all of you are already here in the main session. Now I want to know, like, your feeling after the simulation. Let's see how each of you guys are feeling after the simulation. Please let me know through the chat box, or you can kindly unmute your mic or turn on your camera, and you can share your experience and feeling regarding the simulation that you had before. Is there any of you who want to share your experience? You can raise your hand, and you can also write your experience in the chat box. I'm waiting for the story, guys. Room 3 is amazing, I'm sure. Yeah, room 3 is amazing. I've seen all of the breakout rooms, and it's all amazing. Yeah, let's share with us. Is there any of you who want to volunteer? All right. From the room 2, South Korea, you can share your experience with us.
Thank you so much, Fio. Hello, everyone. I'm Yuni from Delegates of South Korea from Group 2. Actually, it's my first time to joining the Model United Nations. I feel a little bit nervous when I start to discuss the topics, but my in my room in my group 2, a very insightful session, and I really like a lot about this event. Thank you.
Great. So this is your first experience, right? I hope the simulation can bring you to the MUN conference later on. So, and if you want to join the real MUN conference later, you can try to join our giveaway by just capturing today's activity and upload it in your Insta story. Okay, thank you so much, delegates of South Korea from Group 2. That's a very amazing experience. And then next, I want to hear more from you guys. Do you have any of you who want to volunteer to share your experience again? All right, another delegates from South Korea, but it's from room number 4. Farah, you can unmute yourself and share your experience.
Okay, I'm from room 4. I'm a delegate from South Korea. At first, I speak. I got very nervous, but the second it's easier. It's really easier and very very nice. It's like I'm very confident because they're really supportive. The coach. Thank you everyone from room 4. Thank you. That's it.
All right. Wow, that sounds really fun and really exciting. From room number 4. Okay, I think if none of you want to share again, is there any of you who want to share your experience again? Because I'm waiting for the good story, guys. All right. Delegates of Turkey from room number 2, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, thank you. Actually, this is my first joining this MUN, and a little bit awkward with each other, but there are a lot of really cool delegates, and I enjoy following this, my first MUN experience. Thank you.
Okay, that's very great. Also from room number 2, I think room number 2 sounds really fun. Oh, I miss it. Okay, and then again from room number 2 again from the delegates of Netherlands. You can share experience with us.
Yes, thank you for the chance. In group two, is amazing and very fun. That is, we learn each other how we can know about the flow of the model United Nations. Actually, I would like to say thank you for Kak Aditya for guiding us to know about the flow of the MUN. Thank you, Kak Aditya. That's all.
All right, thank you so much, delegates of Netherlands. And then next, we also again from the room number 2, the delegates of Lithuania. You can share experience with us.
Okay, hello everyone. We are from delegates of Lithuania. Actually, very nervous, obviously, but I'm very excited. Although this is the first time for me, for our country, but the moderator wants to teach us, and we get a lot of experience about being delegates from other countries. And I'm so excited for a new friend from room 2. Everyone is very friendly, beautiful, pretty, polite, and yeah, very active and excited when we are discussed in this room. Thank you very much.
Okay, so you gain a lot of new friends, right? I hope all of you stay connected even after the simulation ends. So yeah, that's a very great way to start a connection with everyone here. Okay, since none of you want to share again, and I think to the limited time, let's move to the next session. Okay, I know you've been very tired and need some refreshment, so let's play some games. It's a riddle, but of course it's not gonna be hard. Okay, so for the committee, can you please share the PowerPoint? Okay, so here we go. So we are going to have a little games. It's called the riddles. And of course, in this game, you will go for the winner. You will be having a grand prize, which is the winner can have a free seat on Wonder Voice 3.0. So for those of you who really wants to get a free seats on a Wonder Voice, please try to win these games because and I'm sure it's going to be competitive. So yeah. Make sure you can win this. And also, without further ado, let's just play the games. But before we start the games, I want to give an example for the games itself. Can you, yeah. So here is the example. All right, so the questions is, Fikri's father has 3 sons, Audi, Farhan, and this is just just an example, all right? For those of you who have the answer, you can raise your hand and later on I will choose you. Hold on. This is just an example, okay? So, okay. I see your enthusiasm. So, without further ado, committee, can you give us the answer? The answer is Fikri. Of course, it's written on the questions, right? So here's the tip. You have to pay attention to the details and you have to be really fast because seeing the enthusiasm from the participants, I'm sure it's going to be competitive. So yeah, I think let's just jump into the first question. So this is the real one. So if you have the answer, you can raise your hand as fast as possible, okay? Okay, the question is, I'm tall when I'm young, and I'm short when I'm old. What am I? Wow, we have a really quick raising hand right here from the delegates of Germany from the room 2. You can say your answer.
Is it candle? A candle?
Is it candle? Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. Is it candle? Committee, can you give us the answer? Yes, you're right. The answer is candle. Congratulations, Kyla, as a delegates of Germany from room number 2. For later on, or for all the winner, you can contact the our customer service at wait. Let me make sure first. You can contact at cs_GMMUN. So later on, you can make sure to claim the tickets. All right, the riddle number 2. All right, the question is, what can you break even if you never pick it up or touch it? All right, the first I saw is the delegates from Saudi Arabia from room number 4. You can deliver your answer.
Is it promise?
Is it promise? Are you sure?
Yes.
All right, Kamati, can you give us the answer? Yes, you're right. Of course. Congratulations, Kyla, as the delegate. Hilya as the delegate of Saudi Arabia from room number 4. Again, you can contact our customer service to claim the tickets. Okay, let's move on to the third question. The question is, what has many keys but can't open a single lock? Interesting. What is it? All right, I'm sure that you all are very smart because you don't even have a second to think. Okay, so I saw delegates of India from room number 3. What's your answer?
Is it piano?
Is it piano? Are you sure?
Yes.
All right, but before I want to know what is your reasons to answer the piano?
Because it has like more than one keys, like G, F, and others.
I see. Okay, that's great. Okay, Kamati, can you give us the answer? Yes, you're right. Congratulations, Beatrice, as the delegate of India from room number 3. Again, you can contact our customer service to claim the tickets. Okay, let's move on to the fourth question. What is always in front of you but can't be seen? All right, first of all, I would like for those of you, please, wait, I want to count 3 to 1 and then you can raise your hand. So first of all, you can lower your hand first and then in the count of 1, you can raise it. Because, all right, all right, I'm counting 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm seeing here what I saw first is the delegates from Lithuania in room number 4. Number 2, you can deliver your answer.
Okay, thank you. The answer is the air.
I'm sorry?
The air.
The ear?
Yeah, air. Udara. The air.
The air. Oh.
Yeah.
Are you sure about it?
Yeah, I'm really sure.
Okay, let's check it out. The answer, Kamati. Oh, I'm sorry, delegate of Lithuania, but your answer is wrong. I'm so sorry, and you can try it in another question. So this question has failed. Let's move on to the 5th question. Again, please lower your hand. For delegates, please lower your hand. Okay. The question is, if you've got me, you want to share me. If you share me, you haven't kept me. What am I? Okay, I saw first it's the delegates of Brazil in room number 1. Please deliver your answer.
Is it a secret?
Is it a secret? Why do you think the answer is secret?
I just think it's the right answer.
Okay, a very great answer. Okay, Kamati, can you help me to know the answer? The answer is... A secret, correct. Congratulations, the delegates of Brazil. Again, you can contact our customer service to claim the tickets. Okay, let's move on to the sixth question. For your information, we have 10 questions, so it's 4 questions left. So make sure if you want to get a free tickets, you can try to win the games. Okay, the question is, what can fill a room but takes up no space? Okay, delegates of Nigeria, I see you. You can deliver your answer.
I think it's air.
It's air?
Yes, air, udara.
All right. Comment. Are you sure? You still have a chance if you want to
Yes.
change it. Okay, so it's the air. Okay, committee, can you give us the answer? I'm so sorry, delegates of Brazil, but your answer is wrong. Again, you still have a chance in the next question, but of course, in this question, you have failed. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Again, for delegates, you can lower your hand. Okay. The next question is, if you drop me, I'm sure to correct, but give me a smile and I'll smile back. What am I? All right, I'm so sorry. You can lower your hand again, all of you, and you can start raising your hand again when I'm counting. All right, please, delegates, please lower your hand first. I still see some of you raising your hands. Delegates of Lithuania and Saudi Arabia, you can lower your hand first. All right, I'm counting in 3, 2, 1. All right, I see you, delegates of Australia. From room number 4, you can deliver your answer.
The answer is mirror.
I'm sorry?
The answer is mirror.
Mirror, yeah. Okay, are you sure about it?
Yeah, I'm very sure.
Okay, committee, you can give us the answer. A mirror, yes, you're correct. Congratulations, delegates of Australia. You can contact our customer service to claim your free ticket. Again, we have 3 more questions left. Okay. I have lakes with no water, mountains with no stone, and cities with no buildings. What am I? Okay, I see you, delegates of South Korea from room number 4. All right, delegates of South Korea from number 4, Farah, you can deliver your answer.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, your answer?
Map. Maps.
Map. Oh, why do you think the answer is map?
Because maps there have lakes, but no water. Have mountains with no stone.
All
Just
right.
Gambar doang.
Okay. So you're sure the answer is map? Okay, let's check it out. Yes, you're right. The answer is map. Congratulations, the delegates of South Korea from room number 4. You can contact our customer service to claim your ticket.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, I'm so sorry, but that was the last question. I think it was the 10th question, but okay, I'm so sorry that that is the last question from our games. So congratulations for the winners. Again, I would love to remind that you can contact our customer service to claim your free ticket. All right. And for those of you who haven't won, don't worry. Maybe there's you can join our giveaway, right? So make sure you join our giveaway to get a free tickets on the GMM Conference 11. So yeah, All right, so now as the session is come to an end, I would like to thank everyone that joined today's simulation, and don't forget to join our giveaway by posting today's activity and tag at Global Millennial MUN and Global Millennial Group to get free seat on MUN 11 conference. And before that, please fill the feedback form that our committee provided in the Zoom chat. The link will be sent to the Telegram group as well, so make sure to fill it out. And to commemorate today's event, let's turn on your camera again and let's take a picture one more time. Okay, please delegate turn on your camera and we will have a photo session. Okay, starting from the first slides, I'm counting in 3, 2, 1, cheers. And moving on to the next slide, 3, 2, 1, cheers. To the third slide, 3, 2, 1, cheers. And for the last slide, 3, 2, 1, cheers. Lovely. Thank you so much, delegates. Today, on the behalf of the committee, I would like to send you our greatest gratitude for every single of you, because without you guys, this event wouldn't happen and also went so amazingly. And shout out to the delegates, chairs, and committee. We apologize if there were any mistakes throughout the simulation. With that, the MUN simulation with Global Millennial MUN is wrapped up. We hope to see you in the 11th edition of a GMMUN conference. And last but not least, we welcome again Mr. Aziz to close the event with this amazing performance. Mr. Aziz, you may have the floor.
Okay, thank you, MC. Hi, back with me again, Nanda Aziz. And for the closing session, I would like to sing several songs for you guys. And if you want to request some song, please drop it in the chat, and I will try to sing it. Okay, the first song that I'm gonna do is a song from Justin Bieber. It's a old song maybe, and it's called "That Should Be Me." Please enjoy. Everybody's laughing in my mind. A rumor spreading about this other guy. Do you do what you did when you did with me? Does he love you the way I can? Did you forget all the plans that you had with me? 'Cause baby, I didn't. That should be me, holding your hand. That should be me, making you laugh. That should be me. This is so sad. That should be me. That should be me. That should be me, feeling your kiss. That should be me, buying you gift. This is wrong, I can go on. Do you believe that should be me? That should be me. You say you needed a little time for my mistakes. It's funny how you use that time to have me replaced. Did you think that I wouldn't see you out at the movies? What you doing to me? You're taking me where we used to go. Now if you try to break my heart, it's working 'cause you know that should be me, holding your hand. That should be me, making you laugh. That should be me. This is so sad. That should be me. That should be me. That should be me, feeling your kiss. That should be me, buying you gift. This is so wrong, I can go on. Will you believe that should be me? I need to know, should I fight for love on this song? It's getting harder to see this pain in my heart. Ooh, na 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 That should be me holding your hand. That should be me making you laugh. That should be me. This is so sad. That should be me. That should be me. That should be me feeling your kiss. That should be me buying you a gift. This is so wrong. I can't go on. Do you believe that should be me? Holding your hands, no one making you laugh, oh baby. That should be me, that should be me, that should be me, that should be me, oh, that should be me. Okay, this is the first song, and let's check the chat box and the request. Okay, from the delegates of Saudi Arabia, Kak Hilya Aulia. This is for you. It's Westlife by. Is this apa? This is More Than Words by Westlife. Saying I love you, it's not the words I want to hear from you. It's not that I want to, not to say, but if you only knew how easy it would be to show me how you feel. More than words, it's all you have to do to make it real. Then you wouldn't have to say that you love me, 'cause I already know what would you do if my heart was torn into more than word to show you feel that your love for me is real. What would you say if I took those words away? Then you couldn't make things new just by saying out loud. It's more than words, it's more than what you say. It's things you do. Oh yeah, it's more than words, it's more than what you say. It's things you do. Oh yeah. Now that I've tried to talk to you and make you understand, all you have to do is close your eyes and just reach out your hand and touch me. Hold me close, don't ever let me go. More than word is all I ever needed you to show. Then you wouldn't have to say that you love me, 'cause I already know what would you do if my heart was torn into more than word to show you feel that your love for me is real. What would you say if I took this word minutes away. Then you couldn't make things new just by saying I love you. Wow. Thank you. It's More Than Words by Westlife. Oh, by the way, I love Westlife so much. I'm a biggest fan of Westlife, for your information. Okay, let's check it on the chat box. Okay. Okay. This is from delegates from Brazil, and it's Only Me by Caleb J. Enjoy. Wait, I'll search for the lyric. Selama ini ribuan hari ku dekat denganmu, lewati berbagai hal ku ada di sisimu. Tanpa kau tahu perasaanku padamu, sendiri ku berharap memberi kasih walau tak kembali. I may be not yours and you're not mine, but I'll be there for you when you need me. It's only me, believe me, girl, it's only me. Yeah, it's only me. And I will always be the one who pull you up when everybody pulls you down. It is only me, believe me, girl, it's only me. Yeah, it's only me. Sekalipun kau tak pernah pedulikan rasaku, ku takkan acuhkan dirimu. Tapi ku harap suatu saat nanti kau tahu, sendiri ku berharap memberi kasih walau tak kembali. Maybe not yours and you're not mine, but I'll be there for you when you need me. It is only me, believe me, girl, it's only me. Yeah, it's only me. And I will always be the one who pull you up when everybody pulls you down. It is only me, believe me, girl, it's only me. Yeah, it's only me. Aku memang bukan rasa yang kau mau, namun ku kan selalu ada untukmu. Maybe not yours and you're not mine, but I'll be there for you when you need me. It is only me, believe me, girl, it's only me. Yeah, it's only me. And I will always be the one who pull you up when everybody pulls you down. It is only me, believe me, girl, it's only me. Yeah, it's only me. Yeah. Okay. Before we continue, let me promote it my social media first. Hahaha. Okay, you could follow me on Instagram. The username is @nandaaziz. I will drop it in the chat box. And for your information, I have a band called Praise, and I will give it The link here is you could follow me on Instagram, and you could hear my band's song on Spotify. The link is in the chat box. Okay. The next song that I'm gonna do is okay from Delegate from Netherlands. Okay, Westlife. If I let you go, here we go. Day after day, time passes away, and I just can't get you off my mouth. Nobody knows I hide it inside. I keep on searching, but I can't find the courage to show, to letting you know I never felt so much love before. And once again I'm thinking about taking the easy way out. But if I let you go, I will never know what my life would be holding you close to me. Will I ever see you smiling back at me? How will I know if I let you go? Night after night, I hear myself say, why can't this feeling just fade away? There's no one like you who speak to my heart. It's not the same, we're worlds apart. I'm too sad to ask, I'm too proud to lose. But sooner or later, I gotta choose. And once again, I'm thinking about taking the easy way out. But if I let you go, I will never know what my life would be holding you close to me. Will I ever see you smiling back at me? How will I know if I let you go? If I let you go, ooh baby, da 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 da, da 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 da. Oh, once again I'm thinking about taking the easy way out. But if I let you go, I will never know what my life would be holding you close to me. Will I ever see you smiling back at me? How will I know? But if I let you go, I will never know. I will never let you go, baby. Will I ever see you smiling back at me? How will I know? How will I know if I let you go? Okay. Wait. Minum dulu. Oke, ini speaking pakai bahasa Indonesia aja ya. Oke, untuk lagu selanjutnya ini ada request dari Delegates of Canada, namanya Elsa. Dia nge-request lagu John Mayer yang judulnya You're gonna live forever in me. Great Big Bang and dinosaur, fire raining meteor. It all ends unfortunately, but you're gonna live forever in me. I guarantee. Just wait and see. Parts of me were made by you, and planets keep their distance too. The moon's got a grip on the sea, but you're gonna live forever in me. I guarantee it's your destiny. Life is full of sweet mistakes, and love from honest won't make time leave no fruit on the trees. That you're gonna live forever in me. I guarantee it's just meant to be. When the pastor rocks the pews for reasons he can marry you, I keep my word on my seat. But you're gonna live forever in me. I guarantee. Just wait and see. Woo! Itu dia tadi You're Gonna Live Forever in Me. And unfortunately the next song is the last song on this day. And for the last song, let me sing you to all my own song, my band's song called Race. You could hear it on Spotify. The link is on the chat box. I already sent it. Or I will send it again. And my Instagram too. I will send it again. Wait, okay. And this is the last song for you all. Hope you like my song, and it's called Thank You, Dear. This song is for you, it's all about you, cause you make me feel like everything's true. When you say to me that you never leave me, my heart is beating so fast and I don't know how to treat you right. I just can't say to you, thank you dear for being the one for me and loving me like I'll never fall in love again. Thank you dear, I give my anything 'cause you're my everything. I would never love another girl. When you say to me that you never leave me, my heart is beating so fast and I don't know how to treat you right. I just can't say to you. So thank you dear for being the one for me and loving me like I'll never fall in love again. Thank you dear, I give my anything 'cause you're my everything. I would never love another girl. So thank you dear. Thank you dear. Thank you dear. Thank you dear. Thank you dear for being the one for me and loving me like I'll never fall in love again. Thank you dear, I give my anything 'cause you're my everything. I would never love. Thank you dear for being the one for me, loving me like I'll never fall in love again. Thank you dear, give you anything 'cause you're my everything and I would never love another girl.